a show the likes of which America's never seen. So appalling, so offensive, yet so entertaining.
It's not your normal show.
Beamed from satellites in space down to you every single day.
What planet are we living on?
It's the Opie and Anthony Show with Opie.
We're experts, and we already know this is going to be great radio, so shut the fuck up.
And Anthony.
I live in a big house, I make a lot of money, and I fuck attractive girls.
And little Jimmy.
I don't even like in our opening. It sounds like a little...
You dang over there, don't listen to dang over there.
Stop with that shit.
And now, here they are. Why am I introducing these buffoons? I'm William Shatner, goddammit.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Getting all the big celebrities to intro this dumb radio show.
Thank you, Bill Shatner, as I like to call him.
Growing up watching Star Trek, you think fast forward a few years, a bunch of years, William Shatner would be introing the radio show?
I got to be completely honest with you. I knew it all along.
Yeah.
Even as the first time I ever watched episode of Star Trek, I knew.
Yeah.
I knew.
I guess it's officially called the Opie and Anthony channel now.
Hey, how about that?
Which is nice. And I guess they wanted to do some big reveal over the weekend, but they didn't think properly. No surprise there.
Yeah.
I know they're trying to do something nice for us, but we have to slam them anyway.
Of course we do. It's our job.
Well, we all woke up and we're checking our Twitter.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, congratulations on the name change. I'm like, well, that was supposed to happen, what, over the weekend or something, Travis? Oh, it was supposed to be today?
It was supposed to be today, but I think if you don't have an INO, it still says the virus.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
So nothing has changed for you people.
So they're still thinking it's the virus?
Yeah, some people think it's something, the other people
Still the
think it's
same
other stuff.
shows, still the same everything. Nothing will change.
All right, so it was a little slap to management. You'll be all right with that. It's all good. We're happy. We're happy that it's called the Opie and Anthony channel.
Yes.
We've been trying to get this done for 7 years. 7 years.
7 years.
7 years.
Because there is a certain thing with name recognition.
Yeah.
You know, because some people we've talked to over the years, and still to this day they go, yeah, where are you guys? Mm-hmm. It's like, oh, brother, because virus means nothing.
Of course.
Virus didn't mean a thing. We're like, what?
Yeah, I know.
And I think the only reason we took virus was because high voltage was even dumber.
Well, they went with high voltage. And we're
Yes.
like, look, if you're going to come up with some silly name, we'll go with the virus, which made sense at the time.
Yeah.
Now it's just like we're so fucking huge, this thing isn't spreading anymore, man. It's where it's going to be, right?
That's about it. Yeah, high voltage.
We're just fucking giant now.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, fuck, man. Damn.
God dang.
God damn.
Dang.
I feel sorry for my fellow protesters down there.
Fellow protesters now? You were down there for 2 hours.
Well, you know, I took in the
Roughing it.
scene, so I feel for those people.
Yeah.
But, man, did they come up with a loophole?
The city. Yeah.
The stupid mayor. I think we could all be in agreement that he's a stupid mayor.
Mayor's stupid.
Mayor's stupid. We don't like Mayor Bloomberg. I don't know many people that do. I think maybe some hardcore old school New Yorkers do, maybe.
Maybe. I don't know. I know the protesters don't like him. He's just another rich man, and he bought himself a third term, man. You know.
As soon as he showed up yesterday, briefly, they said briefly, which means he probably didn't realize where he was and was walking through and went, oh fuck, get me out of here.
Where am I?
But as soon as the protesters saw him, of course, they're like, you are the 1%.
Great.
Anyway, the mayor has decided, I think. I don't know if it's his jurisdiction, though. Isn't it a privately owned park or something? How does that work?
Yes, but I think like the sanitation and stuff goes to the city.
Okay.
And the owner of said park is asking the city now, has a big list of complaints like, hey, you got to clean this park up.
Well, I don't even think it's the owner of the park.
Yeah.
I think the owner of the park was sat down by the mayor and said, look,
Here's
look,
what you're
motherfucker.
Here's the letter. We wrote it.
Right.
You put your fucking signature or your brains will be on it.
Because I don't think the owner of the park cares what the park looks like. Because I've been down there. There's not much to the park. It's a lot of cement.
Right.
A lot of things to sit on. Not many trees. Not many bushes. So the mayor basically, I think he wants these fucking people out of his city.
Oh, he certainly does.
So the loophole is you guys got to leave so we could clean the park.
That's the gag.
And I got to be honest
Perfect
with
strategy.
you. I got to be honest with you. You know, like I said yesterday, I'm all in, and I'm on your side with this thing for now.
Yeah.
But what a fucking dick move by the mayor. Because I walked around that place for 2 hours. It's not easy just to leave the park so they could clean it. It is very, very involved now. They got wires running everywhere. They got a little, like a media area set up with large screen TVs. They got a whole soup kitchen in the middle. They got the People's Library over here. They got a sign making area. They got all the people with their sleeping bags and clothes and shit in one area. I don't know how you just casually leave this park so they could scrub it a little bit and then come back in it.
So it's a little microcosm of the city.
Absolutely.
With little with people that have their jobs
Absolutely.
in this thing, and they've set up certain things that are like semi-permanent structures, you know, as permanent as it can be for this little community.
Oh yeah.
So if they're told to leave, all this shit's just going to be thrown out.
Whatever's left, the sanitation guys, if you live in New York, they don't play.
No, and the cops will be there.
They'll throw your kids' toys out if they're on the sidewalk for 2 minutes.
They're going to throw everything out. And
they're not going to go, oh, we should leave this because this is important to somebody.
No.
Fuck no.
And then they're going to power wash the cement, is what I hear.
Yes.
And then that's that.
And then what? Then they're going to start over possibly?
Yeah, and then what? They got to build up the soup kitchen again, and the library, and
then obviously they're setting a precedent. So in 3 weeks they'll do the same thing again.
Yeah,
it's a dick move. I think it's hilarious.
It's brilliant,
but it's a real dick move because anyone that's been down there knows it's not easy just to leave the park and then come back in.
Like where are they going to take all these infernal machines they've put all over the place? Like where are they going to temporarily put their soup kitchen?
When is this going down?
Friday.
Tomorrow? What time?
Well,
you got to give me a time. I got to be down there with the camera because I think a lot of people are going to be crying tomorrow.
Well, they're going to be cleaning it on Friday, so I would.
What time? I need to know what time.
Assume in the morning they're going to kick them out. Right?
I might have to take tomorrow off, and I'm sorry. I have important things to do.
Very important.
Maybe they'll start kicking them out like tonight.
You think?
Maybe. Who knows?
Someone get me a schedule. I need to know because these people, they really feel like it's their home.
It would be good in the middle of the night. That would be better for the cops and everything when everybody's asleep.
Right. To roust them a little bit.
Roust them. It keeps the public from seeing anything really because they're in bed.
Right.
And then the morning comes around and they're hosing the park down.
I got to go on record. This will be ugly.
You think?
Because the sanitation guys, the NYPD, and whoever else, as soon as one of these kids is giving a little lip or like, all right, man, they're going to just take his sleeping bag and just toss it to the side like it's just garbage.
Grab your shit and leave. That's what they're going to
immediately. And some of these people are moving very slow, so they're not going to be on the same page, I'm telling you.
Yep.
I'm telling you. But to be fair, the place is pretty spotless.
Really?
It really was when I was down there.
Somehow I find that hard to believe, but I have not been down there. So
they all have little jobs. One woman's job was just to sweep constantly while she was down there. So they're keeping it clean.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How clean is the hippies keep it?
Clean enough.
I have to sweep.
I've seen dirtier parks. This move by the mayor is classic.
Oh, it's a brilliant move, by the way, on his part to get them out of there. And like you said, they'll just keep doing that. Mm-hmm. Well, time to clean it up
again,
and less people come back each time.
Right,
and then they'll try to find another place to go, and the cops will have reason to throw them out of there because they need permits to be at these other parks.
Right.
So where's all that garbage go? I see big bags of garbage.
I don't know. They're kind of piling up their own garbage neatly in bags and stuff. They really are.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know.
That's
all their drums. They got to take all their drums home. Oh, God. How many drums are going to be in the back of fucking garbage trucks? Just popping.
A big bonfire of protesting signs.
Yeah.
protesters signs, I guess, right?
Yeah, the signs will all be in the back of the garbage truck being smashed.
Capitalism, man.
Yeah, really?
So,
yeah. So the city seems to have come up with some kind of strategy, at least, to get him out of there at least temporarily, and then Les will come back.
It's unfortunate. I wanted that to continue for a long time.
it's
Yeah.
going to continue.
I want this to go on for a long time.
It's going to.
But they're all clowns down there.
Yeah,
Just
they are.
A bunch of clowns.
Yeah.
You got to go down with
It's
me.
goofy.
I will. I should
I went down for
interviews.
almost 3 hours. You have to go down there.
You enjoyed it?
I completely enjoyed it. There's no real people down there, though.
It's all like
It's a lot of
goofy-
freaks.
Goofy people.
It's a lot of freaks, freeloaders, hippies. Sorry, this is what I saw.
Right.
And I found one guy so far, and to the assholes on my YouTube videos under the comments, you're selectively editing your videos, man.
You're the media.
I say to these people again, you shoot a video and show it differently, because I did not see that. I was wandering around over and over again for 2.5 hours, I think it was, by the time I left.
Yeah.
And I saw one fucking guy that looked like he really wants something to happen, and it looks like he had a real job and got fucked with the economy and this and that.
Yeah. Here's the official letter.
Yeah.
The city released a letter from Brookfield Properties. That's who owns the park. Complaining that the protesters are breaking numerous laws, including lewdness, groping, drinking and drug use, and creating offensive odors.
Yeah. I do not love these people.
They should shut down this studio then. 'Cause that's exactly what happens on a daily basis right here.
We need a power wash in here.
Yes, the groping, the lewdness.
Speaking of offensive, I landed an hour ago. Can you read what that says?
Oh, Jesus. You're
It's just a screen.
the time.
3:24.
It's 3:24.
I turned my phone on and just that's why Steve Jobs' death was sad, but a little easier to take. I turned it on an hour ago, my old iPhone, an
Right.
hour ago, still hasn't grabbed the signal.
Wow.
At JFK Airport. As the plane was landing, I turned it on. It's still reading West Coast time.
Wow. That's not
boy.
good.
No.
Well, at least you don't have a BlackBerry. They lost everything.
What happened to BlackBerry?
I don't know.
Again, they have that
They're
centralized fucking system, and it went down, and they lost everything. They couldn't have any emails. They were shut down, and they still say, well, we're not quite sure when it's all going to be back up. We really don't know.
They're trying to figure it out. They can't really just pinpoint the problem.
Right on the day before the newest iPhone comes out.
Conspiracy time.
Oh, wow.
That's a conspiracy right there, Ed.
Steve Jobs, the ghost of Steve Jobs got in the machine, man.
Let's go to Angelo in Manhattan, because he's saying we're getting it wrong. And look,
Hey, Angelo.
we'll listen to everybody, because in the end, I don't fucking care.
Okay, well,
I don't have an
first of all,
agenda.
they're going to be shutting down half the park at a time. Not going to be getting everybody out at once.
Uh-huh.
They're going to shove everybody into one side of the park, shut down half the park to make it easier for everybody to do it. They also have to check the electrical, the plumbing, because there's pipes underneath there for the sprinkler systems. Technically,
There's nothing to water in the park.
I'm sorry.
There's nothing to water in the park.
Well, there's the planters and stuff that are over there.
Yeah, there's a few
underground.
planters. You're right, but I mean, you got a
Right.
little watering can. You
You know,
don't need a
you-
sprinkling system.
Oh, if you went through the park, you saw that they have like caution tape around certain planters.
Yeah,
They don't want them to damage the plants.
right.
Yeah, big deal. The thing is that,
Well, the hippies are fertilizing those plants, so you don't have to worry about
Taking
it.
dumps.
no kidding. Also, the fact is, the reason why they got tired of this is because it's a $12 million park. I mean, that's all granite. It's not cement. It's all granite.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Granite, Anthony, you know, it's expensive.
Hey, yeah.
It's hard to crack too, isn't it? Granite's really
Sorry?
tough to fucking crack, isn't it?
No, it isn't.
Oh, it isn't.
No, it isn't.
Okay.
No, because one of the rules in the park is skateboarding. Skateboarders chip that
What's that?
granite away, and if somebody decides to land on that thing away, it's going to be, it's going to be break in half.
What could happen to it?
The stone can literally break, like shattering, like drop a piece of a plate on the floor and it shatters.
Oh, okay.
That's what happens to the stone.
Right. Okay.
Has it been getting
So
broken?
I'm sorry.
Has it been getting broken up?
Yeah, there actually has been
Oh, okay.
a few pieces that are like they have slits in them for drainage, and those things have been broken up. So they got to replace those. The problem is that when they replace those, they have to cordon off a substantial section.
All right, so all right. What I need to know is this: if all this shit's going on, why doesn't the owner of the park say, "Look, you can't use my park anymore"? That's all he has to do, and this ends.
The thing is that they don't want backlash. They don't want these people in front of their building.
I think what's going to happen, I think everyone realizes, Ann said it the other day, when this weather fucking changes, it's over.
A big turn.
It is fucking over.
What a lot of people don't know is that street that's there, Liberty Street,
Yeah.
that area is used for snow removal. When they collect all the snow in the city.
That's what they're going to do, too. They're going to dump the snow right on.
Oh, and it's hysterical. They got like 15-foot mounds of snow.
In that park?
The Liberty Street area,
Yeah.
the whole street is that and Park Place are used to mound the snow up, and they bring in these steamers and they dump the snow in these steamers.
Yeah,
and they
sure.
Use that park as a setup area.
Yeah, then they melt the snow with that shit.
I think everyone's trying to be patient until the weather, turns.
That's a
really
great
do.
idea, though. They just plow them in.
Well, we got to
And,
wait for that
It was
big
the plan.
snowstorm.
Yeah.
You never know when that's coming. That could be
that park is
January.
a pain to clean anyway,
Huh?
because of all the different grooves, all the different. You've seen the benches and all of that stuff.
Barely.
It's such a
Everything
pain
was
in the
covered
ass.
with a
Dirty
freeloader.
hippies. A freeloader.
Well, as I was walking over, they were tearing down a bunch of the tarps because I guess they consider those structures.
Right.
The problem is that if you have a stick and you're holding up a tarp, there's like a fine line of what a structure could be.
Yeah. They don't want anything like that. They don't want to
got
build a
two
fucking... They don't want some kind of like... the Cuban refugees when they were setting up camps, and they don't want that whole look going down in Manhattan.
There's definitely some kind of tunneling system, I noticed.
What?
Well,
There's like tunnels or something. There's so many piles of clothes and sleeping bags and stuff. I think there's actually tunnels under there. I really do. Because it's piled up way too high.
Yeah.
Because you can't get the structure like you're saying. But if you pile stuff up enough and then maybe...
dig out.
I don't know. Maybe people are burrowed underneath that shit. I don't know.
Groping and stinking and
I'm suspicious.
Lewd behavior.
they've been using the nearby eateries, I guess you would say, to bathe themselves, and a lot of the places have now put padlocks on their bathrooms because they don't want these people in their place of establishment.
Of course,
man. I know I have to shit 3 times every fucking morning.
Ugh.
How are these people shitting? That's all I thought about when I was down there. What?
They've been using because they can't use the bathroom. They've been using the McDonald's that's on Broadway all the time.
Yeah.
The thing that because they go in there, buy 20 cups of coffee, and then a whole bunch of them will pile in. The thing is now that the McDonald's is smartening up, what they're doing is they're using spackle buckets and bags.
Oh God, they're like hoarders.
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically.
You take 3 shits a morning?
Ah, man, later.
Yeah.
I wish I could do that.
Yeah, on an average day, it's 3 good ones. Then I'm done for the day.
You know when I have to
Done.
shit? When there's a lot of brake lights in front of me on the road. That's when I have to shit. When I have to I had to drive home the other night. I couldn't even stop at the fucking pharmacy and pick up my medicine, which is a block from my house. I had to drive into my garage, fucking gunning it with my fucking body arch because I was going to shit in my car. It's terrible.
I love it. You want this thing to continue, Jimmy?
Yes, I do.
Why? So it organizes into something real?
Yeah, I love the fact they're going to these scumbags' houses. Because, again, it's not the day-to-day stock guys or the day-to-day bankers I have the issue with. It's the guys at the top who took bailout money and are taking $80 million payouts. It's that group. And it's hard to find them, so I like the fact they're going to their houses. I mean, that's the people that should be getting penalized, not the average people.
Right. I was surprised. You weren't here. We did this whole thing yesterday, but I'm not going to lie to you. I went down there after the court thing to maybe be inspired by this whole thing and see what it was about, and I was very disappointed, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Because it's a bunch of freaks that really don't know why they're even there, and most of these people you wouldn't hire anyway, even if there were jobs available. You would absolutely not hire these people.
Tattoo face guy, he's not quite getting that.
No.
That super gig.
And I went around and around and around. I mean, there were people just smoking pot openly.
Yeah.
Another guy that I was talking to that didn't want to be filmed, he had a joint in his hand just waiting to light that.
It's just a party that people want to be at.
So
it's like, oh, this sounds like something cool to just hang out at. But the actual cause in this movement, it's not fucking happening.
You don't think so?
No.
You don't think it organizes into something real?
No. It's
bubbling, man, because the media is doing more and more stories on it.
It was bubbling, and it peaked this past weekend with the nice weather. They had a few marches here and there with a lot of people involved, and I think a lot of the people were there because, they wanted to be part of something. Just the crowd, and now the weather's turning, and you're not going to see this huge throng of people.
Yeah,
it's just going to dwindle out, peter out. This is what democracy looks like, man. Really? The guy with the fake Fox News cardboard camera and his cardboard microphone.
People are loving the hair lip, by the way.
Babbling rat guy. Hair lip guy. Was
You want to see
great.
hair lip?
You
Yeah,
wanna see hair lip
Of course
guy?
I do. I love hair lips.
Okay.
They rule.
It's on the second video. It's on-
Hair lip.
I thought Jimmy would enjoy a nice hair lip.
Yeah.
Yeah, about halfway in. You don't have to play the whole fucking
There's
thing.
annoyed.
You realize it's 1 in the afternoon? Yeah, I do. Long night?
Oh, it's just lots of noise and lots of people.
Yeah.
That it's impossible to separate the bullshit from the reality.
Yeah, guys, so pissed.
Is he annoyed?
Oh, yeah. We did this whole thing yesterday. That's why we're barely talking. Where's the fucking hair lip guy?
You by yourself?
Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
Hair lip, hair lip.
I was called a pervert by 25 protesters.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Why?
Because
Had his dick out the whole time.
It's paper built on paper built on paper. It's fiction. It's nonsense. We made it up. It means nothing. It means virtually nothing. What
Over dramatic.
Here we go. Here's hair lip.
Is that a real camera? It's as real as you want it to be, sir. But why would I talk if it doesn't broadcast anywhere? I don't know. What do you think a camera's for? To record the truth, maybe? Yeah, absolutely. To depict reality in all its myriad forms? Yeah, it's true. So I guess in that way, then it is a real
Just zoomed
camera.
right in on his
I think
lip.
that's what you're trying to say.
You don't see his
here, right?
eyes
It's a
anymore.
reflection of the
Just his
self.
bad upper lip.
It looks like a bullet shot to the front of his face.
govern a magnificent country like the United States, we've got a lot of work to do.
Yeah, are you with Fox News? No, you're with Fox News. It says it right there. You can't believe everything you hear. All these hippies here, they're here to overthrow the government. That's why I'm here, to kind of interview them and find out why they're here to overthrow the government.
So there you go.
Fucking fix that.
Well, he's a little older. Ed brought up a great point. You know,
Yeah,
if you have that shit nowadays, they could fix it.
They fix it
They
right
didn't
up.
have that surgery figured out when it happened to him.
No, they're just like, oh, you don't know. Get.
I apologize for my
Give me a C clamp.
my shoddy camera work. I'm still learning. You know,
Oh yeah.
I should have had his whole face in view.
Should've had him in frame,
But
but
instead, it was the lower half of his nose and only his lips.
You know,
I don't know how that happened.
sometimes
man. I'm
those
sorry.
viewfinders or the little flip out screen, they're not very accurate.
No, they're not. I got to
Yeah.
adjust mine. I think I got to get an adjustment done on that.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's a million fucking calls coming in. You guys want to do some Occupy Wall Street shit?
Sure, it's a big story here and in other cities where they're popping up with tens of people.
Well, they're bragging that it's in hundreds of cities now.
Oh, yeah?
Or I don't know, 100 cities.
I don't know. They said it's a lot of places, though.
Yeah.
With,
Let me say hi to Dave in New York City. Dave.
What's going on?
Dave's not here, man.
Happy birthday, Jimmy.
Hi, Dave. Thank you.
I'm a teacher, and I was teaching in New York City up in the Upper West Side until February when I got laid off because it was a private school, and our principal couldn't afford to pay us, so she had to cut 30% of our salary, and I was out of work for 8 months.
Yeah.
And in the meantime, unfortunately, there was some other stuff going on which forced me to come back down to Tampa, where I own a home. My home is worth $200,000 less than what I paid for it,
yeah.
and I'm just getting hammered financially right now. And luckily for me, I was able to get back to work in September, but I'm making half the money as a teacher down here.
Yeah.
I'm just getting killed, and so I I want these protests to continue. What disappoints me is that
What'll it do for you? What'll it do for you, though?
The one thing that I think it would at least help if it were better organized. My home is a big thing. I'm also in the middle of a divorce, unfortunately, and all I want is to be able to get some money out of my house and move on.
So now you bought a house and the value went down like it has for everybody, and it's because it's not a guaranteed investment. A house, it was back in the day, but we're living in a time where it's not. So who do you think owes you for that?
Well, here's the thing. My wife and I at the time made some very good decisions. When we bought the house here, it was our second home. It was we had sold the house in New York and we moved to Florida. And, we did this for our children. And we were very lucky when we sold. We bought in 99 and we sold in 2006. So we were lucky. We came down here and we were able to bring down a good enough amount of money to be able to hopefully put our kids into college at the time.
Yeah.
But now, because of all of this, I feel that we're being punished because a lot of people didn't make the right choices. And the banks and the establishment, I mean, I'm not going to blame Wall Street. Prior to me teaching, this is my 10th year teaching, I worked on Wall Street. I worked at 120 Broadway down in the financial district for a brokerage firm.
But what do you want?
I would like to see some heads roll in some of these banks. I think you guys even pointed out that when all of the financial collapse took place, none of these CEOs lost their jobs.
I did. I pointed that out.
It's disappointing to me, and it's enraging even, because, here I am, somebody who made a great decision twice and bought
Apparently not.
properties, and now I'm being clobbered, and just, it's just a matter of circumstance.
I always think I'm making a great decision when I double down on an 11 when a fucking dealer's showing a 4. I pull an ace and the dealer pulls a 7, and I'm up Schitt's Creek. But it looked like a great decision when I was making it.
Let me go to Adam in Michigan who wants in on this. Adam, you're on with Dave from New York City.
Yeah, dude. This motherfucker's a little pussy. He keeps bitching about fucking his wife leaving him, fucking getting paid less. We all go to work, dude. You want the protesters to keep going?
Ooh.
What the fuck for? Tell them to get a fucking job.
I got a job, you fucking moron. You didn't hear me say that I'm teaching again? I'm not bitching about anybody leaving me. I'm still working. Matter of fact,
that's why your woman left you, bro.
Yo, listen to you, man. How much did you smoke this morning?
What time did I get up?
No. Open your ears, idiot. How much did you smoke this morning?
I haven't smoked shit, son. I'm on the way to work. I'm a fucking iron worker. We actually earn our money. You fucking teach.
I'm going to educate your kids, you fucking idiot.
Hey, get a real job, pussy. Then you want to bitch about money.
All right, what do you do for a living? What do you do for a living?
He's gone, bro. He's gone.
I would have liked to.
He said something.
Which means you win, Dave, because, the guy had to hang in there.
The guy said, you teach, you faggot.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Get a real job.
We kind of need good teachers out there.
Get a man's job, you friggin'.
I'm not here, bitch. I'm not trying to bitch. This isn't about my personal situation. But what enrages me the most is, and Anthony, I understand your analogy with the poker thing, but, buying homes is it's not a poker game.
That's true.
I did this for my children. I did it for my family. And
every investment has inherent risk. For years and years, buying a house was known to be a great investment because everyone that bought a house, it went up. And I still think people that are buying houses or bought houses a couple of years ago at the pinnacle of the bubble are still going to make money on it in the long term. But you can't think that just because you bought a house and just because in the past it went up, that it's going to continue to go up. It was an investment that due to bad decision making, greed, outright crime, the houses, the value of houses went down. It happens. You got to hang in there, keep paying the fucking mortgage, and hope in a few years this thing turns around.
We're going to turn this thing around.
Turn around. Keep your chin up.
We got John in Jersey who wants in on this.
Hi, John.
You're on with Dave.
Get this fucking asshole off the phone. I've been paying on a house for 30 fucking years. At one point, I had a hard time getting a second mortgage. You know what? This guy bought in 99 up here in the fucking Northeast. He probably tripled his money, went down there and bought something for nothing. Now he's fucking crying like a baby. You know what? I bought a house down south of Tampa 2 years ago. Thank God for assholes like him that are all fucking underwater, because now I got a second home on the cheap.
But here's the thing, I'm not underwater, man. I'm not underwater right now. And I'm not trying to bitch. What I'm trying to say is...
like a fucking bitch, baby.
So you're telling me that your house is worth the same that you bought it 4 or 5 years ago? I'm lucky because I'm not underwater. I'm probably one of the only people in my development that's not underwater. There's a little bit of equity left, but we're getting hammered.
You're getting hammered, but you already made a bunch of money on a fucking place up here, so quit your fucking crying. So maybe you make less on a place down there, but it is what it is. Like Nan said, it's fucking gambling.
Well, I'm still paying the mortgage, though, you see? I'm not playing the game like a lot of people.
Quit fucking crying. You're going to make less money than you would have in 06. Big fucking deal. You cashed in out on the Northeast. What do you want?
I mean, you have a point. I do hear you, and I understand what you're saying. But I don't think that, I mean, there are a lot of people out there who are really suffering, and they do work, and they are trying to pay their mortgages.
Yeah, there are people that are suffering. I had a friend of mine that bought fucking 4 houses down there in the Peak, and he stuck with 2 of them, and he got foreclosed on those 2 of them. But in the meantime, he was fucking yelling how he was making 40 G's a fucking house, flipping houses like 5 years ago.
Yeah. Everybody that was flipping the houses and making money, and they were all bragging. You're right. Yeah, man, I made so much money on this house. And then the market takes a shit, and now they're all like, oh, I need someone to blame. Fuck, give me money.
Flipping houses like they were flapjacks.
Exactly, Chip.
These crybabies, go get a fucking job.
Get a job. I got a job. That's like I love that that's the battle cry of everyone else. Get a fucking job. I got a job.
I got a fucking 2-hour commute every day to the city each way from North Jersey. It is what it is. It sucks, but it is what it is. I'm making a fucking living.
2 hours? How much do you live far, or you just drive very carefully?
You drive slow.
He lives in Hoboken.
10 and 2.
Hey, look, for what it's worth, I drive an hour every day to work.
Oh, God, an hour. Live up in North Jersey. I fucking drive 45 minutes. I'm pulling into the bus station now in Wayne. Now I got to take a fucking bus, then I take a subway cross town. It's planes, trains, and automobiles. You're not getting my
Let me ask you this question. What do you do for a living?
What?
Yeah, what do you do, character?
What do you do for a living?
What do? I package wonderful, smelly fragrances.
All right. Here's my thing. I teach, and I get $37,000 a year.
You know what? Then teach these fucking kids to quit crying and get a fucking education and get a job.
And here's the worst thing. I'm a good teacher.
I'm not saying you aren't. There's a handful left, but there's a lot of them that are just on the fucking dole. They get paid like $90 grand a year to do nothing. Fucking teach gym, and then 20 years later they retire with a big ass pension. I fucking had it with them.
Well, I guess when it comes down to, for me, let's forget about my house, because I do understand your point, and I think you have a valid one.
Right.
How about my salary? My salary blows.
I know, but you're living in fucking South Florida. Trust me. I know what my taxes are down in Port Charlotte. It's nothing.
It's no cheaper to live here than it is in New York. I grew up in New York.
Oh, just stop it. Stop it.
That's
Much
crazy,
cheaper.
brother.
Stop it.
You're saving on the commute alone. That's a lot of money in your back pocket.
You know how much cheaper apples are down there?
Yes.
Let me ask, where are we at? John. John, how much does it cost you every day to commute in and out of the city?
It's like $9 each way on the bus. I drive the 45, 50 minutes, so it's, almost an hour in fucking gas each way. I got the subway each way cross town. I don't know. I'm probably in for fucking $30 a day just in commute, and then you got to pay to eat in the city. That ain't cheap.
What's your? Yeah, he's about right. It's about 30, I think.
Yeah,
if
bring
I
a
did the
lunch.
math right. $30 a day. You're not spending $30 a day, Dave, to commute.
No, but I was spending $243 to take the train into the city when I was living in Terrytown.
Dude, that's less than $3.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I can tell you, my place down in Port Charlotte, the taxes are $2,500 a year. I'm paying like $8,000.
A decibel joke.
$2,500 a year property tax. I would love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. I pay that an hour.
Understand something. You got a house in Jersey and you got a house in Florida.
Right.
And you're telling me not to complain?
Yeah, you get two houses.
Yeah.
You got two homes. You got a nice vacation home in Florida, and you got your house in Jersey, and you're telling me not to complain.
Yeah, if you had one more house, you'd be triple Holmes McGillicuddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me tell you also something. For a while, I was working 3 jobs. Okay, I'm 53 now. I've done my fucking time. I paid. It's over. I'm getting
The
full
joint.
money,
Yeah.
man. So please.
Exactly. Ruined my party. So what 3 jobs did you have besides being a teacher? What else did you do?
No, that's the other guy.
That's the other guy.
Yeah, John had the 3 jobs.
Oh.
John's the one that's putting smelly fragrances in into packages every day.
Hey, how long have you been a teacher?
This is my 10th year teaching.
10th year teaching. What does that mean, though? How long were you like a real teacher, not a fucking assistant?
I've been in the classroom now for 8.
All right, 8 years.
I was actually a TA for the first 2 years of my career.
Yeah, of course. Fucking
Hey,
the students.
Ian?
Yeah.
Sorry to bust in.
That's
Got to
all
bring up one more thing.
Yeah.
You got to get a place in Florida. Best thing about Florida, went down, picked up the CCW. It's all good, and it's the reciprocity thing with like 32 states. I got a handful of fucking guns.
How much? How much you pay down there for a bushel of apples?
Bushel.
Jimmy just flew in.
I love it. A bushel of apples are a lot cheaper down there.
All right.
I asked relevant questions. How much sucks?
Interjecting, but it's not the cost of living here. What it costs to live every day: haircuts, dry cleaning, fuel.
Get your haircut every day. How fast? What do you use? Miracle Grow? You again?
Imagine going in every day for a haircut.
Yeah.
How enraging that would be for everybody.
Just a little. Just take a little.
I should have known his first name is Chia.
Oh, boy.
I know.
Oh, I don't know, Jimmy. I don't know about that one. All right, listen.
And I disagree about the cost of living thing because you know what? You got to love one other thing, and Aunt, you can relate to this.
Yes, sir.
At 4 o'clock, the fucking bells go off down there, and it's buy one, get one. And fuckers love to drink down there, so booze is cheap. All right, good point. Very good point.
Great.
All right, listen, we're going to say thank you to John in Jersey, Dave in the city, all right?
Where's the Florida guy?
Yeah,
Well,
get a
Dave's in
job.
Florida, actually,
Yeah.
but originally from the city, I guess, right?
How much is truck tire running down there? Quick.
Get a job.
All right, there
Exactly,
you
you
go.
bum.
Get a man's job.
Exactly, running around with a sweater, teaching social studies.
Guy's doing,
Fucking
guy's doing good by being a teacher, and he's getting killed. Get
Hey,
a
he's
real
lazy.
job. People say get a
That's
real
right.
job.
running around his fucking tie and his nice shoes.
3 months off a year.
Exactly.
Please.
Take a where are you going to summer? You live in
Stop.
Florida. What are you going to Alaska? Shithead.
Let me go to Pete. One more about Occupy Wall Street for now. Pete in
Pete.
Manhattan. Pete.
Hey, this is Pete. How you doing, guys?
Hey, Pete.
Hey, Pete. How are you, sir?
Lucky for him, $37,000 a year. He's losing his house. That's big news. But listen, Oak, when you
Good
found
opening.
out yesterday, I retired from the police department, and I used to deal with these idiots in their protests all the time.
Yeah.
What you're not getting is these guys they're trained. I mean, they got training camps in Vermont. They got training camps in Ohio and New York State. And what you did yesterday is they're so paranoid about being infiltrated that when you were there, the tactics they did where they point at you and they call you a pervert. And, I mean, we've sat there and they pointed at us and they go, "Oh, undercover cop, undercover cop." But it's all just the same old story.
Yep.
These guys are paid to be there. And one of the things they teach us to look for is when you go into a demonstration like that, look at their signs. If they all got signs that are all the same, you know there's organization there. If you go to another demonstration, they have all different signs. You see the difference. But when they're all trained like that,
Well, they had an area. I said it yesterday. It was a whole bunch of signs on the ground with another sign that said free signs. So you could pick up one you liked. So you're not even writing your own sign because you this is what you feel.
It's like buying a card.
Yeah.
Just look and go, that one fits.
Yeah, and I
mood."
kind of believe you because these people seem to, they just have, they came from another world.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they do. They travel.
They're not New Yorkers.
No. A lot of them are from up in, I think it was Brattleboro, Vermont. They have one camp we found out. There's a whole lot of money trails that have been followed to try to.
Man, I'm telling you, this is so. He's right, man.
Yeah.
I mean, they have a lingo and everything. Like they really know what the fuck they're doing.
But when something happens like with you, where they point at you and start yelling at you, that's just to get you the F out of there. They don't want you anywhere near them. They don't know who you are.
Well, it worked when you got 20 to 30 hippies pointing at you and chanting pervert. Guess what? You will back out.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden, they do this through intimidation, and they're trained to do this.
Yeah.
They're also trained not to talk to anybody. That's why when the cameras go in the faces of these idiots and they start mumbling, they realize, oh man, I'm not supposed to talk to anybody.
Right.
They turn and leave. And the other thing is what's really so obvious what they're not doing. Sometimes you look at what they're not doing. We're at war in Afghanistan. We're at war in Iraq.
What?
And we're in combat
That happened.
situations
Why wasn't
in
I told?
Libya. And all of these people, you think they'd be protesting the war or something.
Yeah.
Well,
They're
that's
not.
all.
They
That's
go to
old.
Wall Street because it's safe.
But
And that's why you realize that these people they're working for somebody. They were hired for somebody.
Right. I mean, they're getting no respect for me and a lot of other people. I mean, they're fucking. They're not even waking up.
No, they're frauds.
You got media around the whole park, and all they have to do is turn their camera on and see these people sleeping in the middle of the fucking day.
Yeah, snoozing.
How is that helping the cause?
All I can think of since you said there was a lot of signs is that song.
Signs,
That's all I'm thinking of.
everywhere. We could do a little signs. Do a little Tesla.
Is that Tesla?
That's the remake.
It's a remake of I don't know. Oof, you got
Some
me today.
hippie.
It's a hippie song, right?
One of them old hippie songs.
Yeah, I feel for you guys, Pete, because I was looking at these NYPD guys, and I saw the look on their face. They want to go. They want to go old school.
Well, you know what? You just want to go home after a while. You just want to go home and say, what am I doing here?
Yeah.
MOW over here saying we should play the I saw the sign.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Then it opened up my eye. I saw the sign. Life is demanding without understanding. Noise with a swing.
I wanted to fuck her face.
Who didn't?
They're not going to get thrown out of the park. Nobody's going to throw them out because they're there for a reason. They're there for a.
So all right, you got experience with this. How does this end? Does the cold weather move them on?
Personally, what I think this is going to end when the White House gets out of whatever jams they're in, because it's only a diversion. They're pointing at Wall Street, like Kane said the other day. This is just a diversion. So
does this help Obama?
No,
because they're starting to bring up the whole Nixon thing when Nixon kind of supported the protesters back in the day.
Well, of course, because it's taking the light away from his failed policies and the economy and 3 wars. We're in 3 wars. These hippies aren't protesting the war.
No, that's old school.
That's all they did.
That's old school.
I saw a couple guys with stop the war and all that. Just a couple.
War, man.
I think one of them made one of my videos. I don't know. Fucking.
It's just a couple.
Now, you know what, though? A couple bad apples spoils the whole bushel.
That's right.
You tell him, Jimmy.
I got to tell your other caller that I just closed on a condo in outside of Tampa, $25,000 on a 3-bedroom condo.
Wow.
No.
Nice.
Yeah, great deal.
In Tampa?
What?
Yeah, outside Naples.
Did you pay cash for that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. How much a bag of hats run you for down in Tampa?
A satchel of hats.
Yeah. A bag of 50 caps.
You get a condo for $25,000 now?
Yeah, what neighborhood, though?
Holy. Yeah, what neighborhood? That's right.
Outside of Naples, nice neighborhood.
Nice. Congratulations to you, sir.
Thank you.
So these kids are gonna stay through the
my
winter,
friend.
you think?
Yeah.
They're going to stay until they're told to go somewhere else.
Wow.
They're getting paid.
How about go to
they're
hell?
paid to sit there. That's their job. They sit there and look like that.
That's what I say. Go to hell.
All right, sir.
There you go, guys.
This whole time I've been trying to find the I saw a sign thing, and I can't.
I saw the sign.
Do you have your other sign song there, Iraq?
Look under annoying C.
Yeah. Iraq, do you have it? Yeah. Love it.
I've got a new life you would hardly recognize. I'm so glad I'm a new person. bother. You're not the one for me. Is enough enough? I saw the sign, and it opened up my eyes. I saw the sign. Life is demanding without understanding. I saw the sign, and it opened up my eyes. I saw the sign. No one's gonna drag you up to get into the light where you belong. But where do you belong?
Nothing better than being breathy into a bad microphone.
Oh, God, what happened to her?
I don't know.
What the hell
We need an update on
happened to
her and
her?
a few other people.
I tried to get an update on her a few months back.
Yeah.
Because I know somebody who is friends with her.
Yeah.
And she really doesn't want anything to do with this show.
Why?
She didn't have a good experience with listeners afterwards.
But tell her we're different now.
Yeah.
So
We were nice to her, right?
No, she doesn't
We embraced
necessarily
her.
Have a problem with this show, from what I understand. It's the attention that she received afterwards.
Oh, the listeners.
The listeners
Yes.
could be dicks.
Who wouldn't love that?
Now we don't
though?
have her in our back pocket because of you guys.
I actually heard a bad story about her.
Yeah?
That both of her breasts were ripped off in a gardening accident.
She didn't see the signs.
5-man electrical band, E-Rock, to break. Let's do this, all right? Another sign song for everybody, and then we'll continue. All right. Vic Henley's coming in today, and Frankie Edgar from the UFC coming in.
Ranked by Dana, the number 2 fighter in UFC.
Who's number 1?
Anderson Silva.
Nice.
Hey, man. You ready?
Yep.
Hey, this is this is your favorite. Hey, what's up? This is Patrice O'Neal, and finally, Opie and Anthony are getting a channel named after them. It was the Virus, which sounds fucking disgusting. Now it's the Opie and Anthony channel, not Jim Norton, because I guess it doesn't have rhythm. It doesn't have, like, if you go, hey, this is Jimmy channel, which I know Jimmy tried to fight and get a place on it, but
You're good, man.
don't fucking stop me, motherfucker, because you think I'm going nowhere, you piece of shit. I'm getting into it now. Hey, really, congratulations, Hope. Congratulations, Ant, on getting the channel named after you. They got rid of that fucking disease-ridden name and now it's fucking the Opie and Anthony channel. And it sounds sexy. It's a good look for you guys. Just when you thought you guys was finished, you're fucking back on top, baby. I'm liking that.
Oh, sorry.
Fuck off.
Happy birthday, Paul Simon. You ready for this one?
82.
70.
Wow, he's 70.
Paul Simon is 70. I know it's fucking really strange. Sammy Hagar, right? He's right behind him. How is
Yeah.
that possible?
The Red Rocker.
He's 64 today. How is that
Yeah.
possible? Simon goes way the fuck back.
Well, Sammy goes back into the 70s.
Yeah, I guess, but I would have never thought that.
That's a good question. What about the Garfunkel?
Where is the Garfunkel?
How old's the Garfunkel?
The Garfunkel?
Is he older or younger than
I would guess about
Paul?
the same, man.
Yeah?
Yeah, give or take a year.
He just looked older for a while because he had that wacky do. He had the Larry Fine hairdo.
Looks like cotton candy now.
Yeah. Hey, like a bridge over troubled waters, I'm warning you. Hey, you, get off of that bridge over troubled water.
Do that very well.
That's a Billy West impression.
I'm
not even trying to bullshit.
That's a great Larry. I love a good Larry Fine. That's
a great
Larry.
Billy West.
That's Billy West's version of Larry
Holy
Fine.
shit, is that good, Ed?
Which
Very
is also
good.
Stimpy.
Yeah.
I'm warning you.
Baseball, I guess, is still happening.
Yeah, I was checking in.
You were?
Yeah, I was checking in.
I thought you said you didn't care now that the Yankees are out of it.
I don't care, which kind of makes it better because you could watch the game without that, stress.
Mm-hmm.
But there's been some pretty cool fucking plays being made, which are entertaining to watch. You know?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know why I just said I guess, because I haven't seen one fucking at-bat
I don't know
in this series.
I don't know a lot of the players. I mean, I know them from Detroit, from when they're playing when they were playing the Yankees. But I'm not familiar with a lot of the players on the other teams. But there's been some great fucking plays at the plate. some guys with some fucking meteor arms out there that just an amazing play at the plate on one of yesterday's games. I can't even tell you what, where, who. I just tuned in and saw it. But
was that the one that
one bounce from the outfield?
But he fired it and it was a curveball. Did you see that one yet?
No.
He fucking fires this thing. It's way to the left. It comes in perfectly.
Back in.
What's better than a guy with a cannon arm in the outfield? Like when you a one bouncer to the plate.
You look and go like,
What's
oh,
better?
he's definitely home. He's definitely home. And then the fucking guy just nails
Someone
it
with
right
a
to the plate.
Cannon in the fucking outfield.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the Rangers beat the Tigers. Sorry, Detroit, but it ain't happening this year for you.
Are they out 2-0?
It's a 3-1 series lead. They don't have a fucking shot at this point.
They could bring it back.
And then the Cardinals are beating the Brewers.
Yeah.
I want to see the Brewers get it just because they haven't.
That's a 2-1 series lead, so that's anyone's guess.
Yeah, they still got a.
So you're going to have the Rangers in the World Series with either the Cardinals or the Brewers.
Yeah.
That's what it's looking like, right?
There's your baseball news. But we got more controversy going on in the hallways here. My God, this place is just full of, I would say, lively debate.
Yeah.
That's what I call it, lively debate.
I hear this yelling and screaming going on during the the break.
Troy came in and told us that the discussion about the economy has spurred a lively debate behind the scenes.
With who and who?
I think we should get them in here.
Get that lively debate going.
Yes, I want to hear what's going on. What the
who are today's debaters?
Yeah, who are they?
Want to wring each other's necks?
I understand it's young Matt, the intern.
Matt, the intern, of course. Who boy has his star fallen quite quickly.
I still like him.
Do you?
I'm 100%.
Yeah.
I'm team.
Are you really?
I like Matt.
I told him to not talk to me today.
Everyone hates Matt now.
Why?
He was so good on that first day. He made an impression, and then he fell apart. He got too much. He got a taste of it, and then wanted it. He was soliciting himself to Ron and Fez. He's trying to get on the after show.
He's hungry.
Hungry.
He's hungry.
Oh, stop looking at E-Rock and pay attention to what we're talking about.
Yeah, what do you want, a banana split?
This obviously is ugly because these guys are walking down the hall with protection to make sure they don't fucking fist fight.
Condoms?
Yes.
Trojan
Yes.
condoms.
Trojan condoms. I just like a lively debate. I like that.
Why is there a lot of laughing going on?
Because Matt was going for the door, and Travis just goes, Matt, don't walk in first.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
funny.
Matt,
But we knew
Matt,
they weren't listening to this program.
Matt, is your mic working?
Is it?
Yep.
Okay.
Wait, do it again.
Is it? I don't know.
Do it again.
Is it working?
Yeah, now it's working.
Put headphones on, though. No, we don't have it now. That's right.
Why would we?
So what happened?
Nothing. We're just, having a loud conversation about Matt's, pseudo beliefs.
His what we have figured are ridiculous beliefs based on half-assed facts and
Look, I don't necessarily
innuendo.
disagree with a lot of things that Matt says, and I don't necessarily disagree with a lot of things that the protesters are protesting against.
Right.
My problem with Matt, and it's always been my problem with Matt, is that he's got 1 foot in with the protesters and 1 foot in with I'm going to take out a big giant loan and intern for a giant corporation.
But he's a part-time protester too.
Yeah, and that's always been my problem with him.
I've asked him off and on the last few days, are you down there? He's like, oh, maybe I'll go down there today.
He's there for the party.
And he's incredibly frustrating because he defends both sides of his hypocrisy, and when you try to call him out on it, he just tells you that you're wrong, and it's like an insane conversation to have. Like the analogy I was just trying to make to him, I was just like, you're saying fuck bubblegum, I hate bubblegum sucks, and then you're crossing the street and buying a pack of gum. So it's just but then he wants to defend it and go, well, why can't I have 1 foot in both doors?
Well, I think that's why everybody's frustrated with Matt.
I don't see the problem with
you took out a $5,000 loan, knowing the banks are
by the way
a massive problem
in his father's name. In his father's name. Let's not forget.
Right.
And I'm not saying that's bad to do.
Father's name, I say that.
But you can't spew on about
banks are evil. Banks are evil. Banks are evil.
Banks.
May I have some money, please?
Can I use the bank?
And you know what? His dad's getting that money from the bank, or at least co-signing a loan for you from the bank.
Right.
So you're using the system. You say what you're using the system, but you're not. You're just you're using the system like everyone else has to use the system. You needed money, so you went to a bank. That's not using the system.
Just because I use the system doesn't mean I don't have to like the system and believe in the system.
But you supported it, and
Exactly.
if you're trying to
You're contributing
you're trying
to this
to do
problem.
away with it and change it. you got to show them by not giving them business.
Exactly. That's the point that I was trying to make, is that if you're so rah, I hate the banks, then you wouldn't have taken out that loan.
But does that mean that you can't, if you need the system to survive, which we all do, does it mean that you can't participate in some things under necessity? Because there really are not many options other than loan sharks. So you have to participate in the system, but it doesn't mean that you can't you can still hate the system and want to change it. But meanwhile, out of necessity, participate in it.
I think he's fighting from the inside or something. But you don't need the system to survive. There's plenty of people who work at, like some shitty little independent store and make their little money and don't use the system and go about their little lives, and that's fine. But he's trying to do both things.
Let Matt talk for a second. What's up, Matt? What happened?
All right.
I hear you guys are debating pretty
we
hard.
had a good little talk. I mean, and Danny was talking about the other day about how, when he was a kid, just like me, they sent him a bunch of credit cards in the mail, and he spent $15,000-$20,000 in debt, and then he declared bankruptcy. So I'm saying, how is that not the same thing
I'll tell you how
that I'm doing?
I'll tell you.
That he used the system to his advantage.
Because it wasn't my intent from the get-go to say, hey, I'm going to charge way beyond my means, not be able to pay it back, and then I'll just declare bankruptcy and get everything for free.
It doesn't matter what your intent was. That's what you did.
No, I ruined my credit for 11 years. I'm still paying the price of that bankruptcy, and it was never my intent. If I was educated, if I was told about the struggles of a young kid with a credit card, I wouldn't have dug myself into that hole. Now that I am more...
Would you have? I mean,
No,
it's quite
I
alluring
wouldn't
when you're
have.
18. They give you $15,000
Yeah,
to do whatever the fuck you
and you
want
treat
with.
it like free money because that's
Exactly.
what it seems like. So what you have to do is, instead of saying, well, it's free money, fuck it, you have to understand that it's real money and I could really fuck myself. So now, after...
Well, you found a loophole, didn't you?
No, I didn't find a loophole. I learned my lesson.
But you also didn't. You declared bankruptcy and you didn't have to pay that back.
You're absolutely
Okay,
right.
so you found a loophole.
I didn't find a loophole.
How's that not a loophole?
Because I went to legal counsel, and legal counsel advised me to do that.
So you got money that you didn't
So
have to pay back.
what
How
should
is
I
that
have
not
done?
a fucking loophole?
What should I have done?
Hey, Matt. If I could throw something in here. He wasn't protesting the people that file for bankruptcy.
I didn't-
He wasn't out there protesting that the credit card companies and everything
Yeah, I
like
didn't
that.
blame anybody. Look,
He
is
wasn't
it shitty for
blaming
the
him.
credit card companies to give an 18-year-old?
Right,
Yes, it's shitty.
yes,
But
yes.
you know what? It's my own fucking fault for spending the money. I never had to spend that money, but I did. It's my fault, not the bank's.
If he was sitting there saying, people shouldn't be able to file for bankruptcy, fuck that shit, and then file for bankruptcy, you could call him the biggest hypocrite
You know who's
ever.
responsible for my bankruptcy? Me and only me.
Okay.
And
Not
it's not
the
like
banks,
he- and-
not anyone else.
Okay.
Me.
I don't disagree with that.
But he didn't like, run away scot-free and say, haha, I got you, because his life was fucked
scot-free?
for 10 years.
Do you know that I still can't get a fucking American Express card? Still?
I have one. I feel privileged. It's great.
I won't be able to get one until
Get
next
a
year.
fucking Discover. Anyone can get a
So
Discover.
you're saying I don't want one. I want an American Express so that I don't have to pay interest and that I won't spend beyond my means because I have to pay that bill at the end of the month and I'll
Yeah.
never take a look at a fucking $800 purchase and go, fuck it, it's free money because I know that bill's coming at the end of the month.
What's the interest on your Best Buy card?
24%.
That's fucking crazy.
It is crazy, but I don't.
Don't you feel it's crazy that they're allowed to charge 24%
You
interest
don't
on
have
something?
I don't have to
take
buy
it.
anything.
I know you don't, but it's very
Go in
alluring.
with the cash that you have
It is loan
and buy
sharking.
what you can afford.
Why is loan sharking illegal? Loan sharking shouldn't be illegal. It's because of
it's
the VIG they charge.
Right.
But I mean, it really is the violence doesn't come on you.
despicable.
But it is legal loan sharking, so
It's
they should be consistent
despicable.
and make loan shark. Let the mob make their money then if Best Buy's going to make their money.
But no
if you're
one
late
fucking
once,
shoved the
it
card in your
doubles.
wallet and made you fucking buy a big screen TV at Best Buy and made you pay 25%.
You know,
they go on.
you know what my 24% Best Buy card did for me?
What?
Rebuilt my credit from scratch.
Great.
But thank you,
But
24%. I thank the bank. I thank you, bank. Thank you for helping me rebuild
Why
my
is
credit.
everybody mad at Matt? I don't know why everybody's mad at Matt.
He's a vegetarian who wants to have an egg sandwich with a glass of milk. That's why.
I mean, it's not that bad though. Like
Matt, defend yourself. Occupy Wall Street. Where are you at? What's going on?
I mean, I'm still with it.
Do you know what he said in the back office, by the way? I said, what are you doing down there at Wall Street? He's like, yeah, it's free food and I can have a conversation with crazy people.
Not crazy people. All right, people who might think I'm crazy. I can have a conversation
He's like, "Oh, what's up
with
about
people that I
aliens and
can't
the
talk
Illuminati?"
about here.
Matt, I haven't talked to you since I went down there. Okay. You got to admit, most of the people are insane down there. I saw it for
All right,
myself.
maybe to you, but I think you went
Dude,
down there.
give me a break.
You're asking
Opie, I think
How many of those
insane
people
person-
would you hire if you owned a business?
nobody. But
Thank
that's
you. You're being
so what?
honest.
These people
They're
are not
nuts. They're not the people that
They're nuts to you.
They're not
Oh,
the people that
stop it. They're nuts to everybody.
They're nuts
Not
to every-
me.
Bro.
To me, these are my kind of people.
I've
these
always-
are people I can have an intelligent
You
conversation
think
with.
girl in bear costume is completely
Yeah,
insane?
she was cute. By the
She
way.
was adorable, but
That's great.
she was adorable. But I asked her a simple question, and she panicked and walked away because she doesn't even know why she's
Maybe
there.
She was nervous because the media was there. You know, big Opie Hughes from Opie and Anthony. was
Dude,
there.
I'm so undercover when I go down there. I look like a dumb tourist just filming shit.
Yeah, but you did go down there kind of being a dick. I mean, it was funny. I mean, it was funny. Like disturbing
That'll
the guy,
cost you.
disturbing the guy meditating.
He has no idea. What?
Disturbing the guy that was meditating.
Yeah,
like,
I was going.
funny.
That's not being a dick.
But
That's
it
going
is
for
kind of being a dick.
No,
I mean,
that's going
have
for.
you ever meditated?
Shut the fuck up!
I'm answering her question.
I have meditated and I do yoga.
Wouldn't you be pissed if a guy
Dude, the guys
disturbed you?
No, will you shut up and let me fucking talk? If you want to fucking have some fun, I'll have fun now, you asshole. The fact is, I was not being a dick. I was going for a stupid joke and a stupid laugh.
Okay.
If I want to be a dick, you're going to learn what a dick is. Trust me.
But you wouldn't want to be
Okay?
interrupted if you were meditating. Though.
Exactly.
Dude, he's meditating in a park next to a stupid, dirty band. He wasn't actually doing some real meditating.
He was the drum beat. You meditating to
he
the drum
wanted
beat.
people to
Oh,
notice him.
meditate to the
Most of the
drum
people
beat.
down there want to be noticed.
Okay, it's true.
They
to
all
an
have a
extent.
dumb agenda. They want to feed their own egos. Okay, you
But
really want to get into this?
Why are we on radio? Don't we want to be noticed too? Isn't it the same thing?
Fair point. But that I guess is a fair point.
Right.
But the fact is, there's two different things going down there. Most of the people down there just want to be noticed and feed their own ego. They don't give a flying fuck if things change.
Maybe they can.
Okay?
Maybe it's both. Maybe
if you're
they
meditating
do
in
believe in
front
it.
of 500 to 600 people with a whole bunch of people like myself with cameras and video cameras, and then a band going on, you're not actually meditating. You're like, look at what I'm doing. It's a oneness blessing.
Center of attention guy.
So
there's
of
people
course
down
I'm
there
gonna,
doing
of
yoga,
course I'm
Tai
gonna go
Chi.
up to a guy like that and try to, make a
Wish they were
joke or
doing
something.
cyanide.
This girl down there, she gave me this crystal,
Kill them.
and I use this crystal every day, and I meditate with it. It's amethyst. It's my birthstone, and I meditate with it every day. All right,
You're
these
a
are people-
weirdo.
these are very connected people down
They're
there.
not connected.
They are. They're
Couldn't
they're
be
much
more
more
connected.
connected than people.
let me
They're
tell you
not
something.
They are.
The second
They might
you
be
think
connected
you're
to each other.
The second you think you're fucking doing something new and different and cool, this shit was done in the fucking 60s.
It
the
was, you're
Crystal,
right.
we're all one. We're a commune. It doesn't work. It falls apart because these fucking lazy ass cocksuckers can't keep it together.
There are a bunch of freeloaders that saw an opportunity to come to New York and hang out with other freeloaders
Right.
and eat for free and have a place to sleep.
But is it not?
That's it.
Is it
I
not?
want to see the real. I want to see the real protesters. I personally have not seen it yet, and I will go down there again, and I will continue searching them out. But what I've seen so far is a bunch of dirty hippies, just like you see at a dumb dead show in the parking
You
lot.
know who the
You
real
say-
protesters? You know what? Tea Party. The Tea Party were real
It's
protesters.
the same shit.
No, it's
No,
not.
it's not. Not what I saw
Absolutely
so
the same
far.
shit.
Hell, hold your phone for 1 second. Let me explain why I think it's not, It's and kinda then the you same, tell me though. why it's the same.
It's the same.
It is.
It's
Jimmy.
similar.
Shut the fuck up, Jimmy. No, the Tea Party protesters were people that were working. They were paying taxes. Well, hold on. They're working. They're paying taxes, and they're not setting up a community to live in, and they're changing policy through the system.
What the fuck did they change?
Hold on.
Yeah.
What did they fucking change? How about they got pretty much the Democratic fucking majority thrown the fuck out?
Was that the real protesters though, or was that the Republican Party taking their name and taking it over?
It was a combination of the two parties, the Republicans and the Tea Party, having the same basic idea on taxes, so that when they went to the polls, there was this unity between the Republicans and the Tea Party to vote out these Democrats that wanted to tax and spend.
Okay, or was the Tea Party an actual movement and anarchic movement like this, and it was completely taken over by a party to push him back
It wasn't
into the
taken
system.
over by a party. It wasn't taken over by a party.
It was.
No,
they
it
took over
wasn't.
the name and they completely dissolved it. That's what I have a feeling Obama and the Democrats are going to try to do with this.
This is a whole different thing. That was
I don't
a
think it's
movement
much different.
of people that contribute to fucking society.
Why? Because they work?
Yes, thank you. We live in a capitalist country, you dummy.
But they are also older.
They're
The
all-
Tea Party, they're also older too.
Are
Tea
these
Party
guys
is probably twice the
Are
age
these
of
guys
these
Obama supporters down there
No.
and in the other cities?
No, I have seen some. I
Well,
have seen the Democrats trying to infiltrate it.
The media is hinting that
They are.
this is going to be an
Of course.
Obama
Because
thing.
I think they're going to try to take it over and
They're
dissolve it,
artsy
just
liberal
like that happened
douchebags.
with the Tea Party. It's going to be the same thing.
Where are the real
God.
protesters? And
The
I'll
real
go and talk to
protesters
them. Where are
there.
they? Where?
They're down there.
I
Go
was for
talk
2.5 hours.
I talked to more intelligent people down there than I've ever talked to in this building.
You didn't see those women down there with the
That's
pasted
not saying
titties?
much. That can happen anywhere.
What are you talking about? You're fingering broads.
Yeah.
So?
He's also
There's nothing wrong with that, but
Who
you can't.
doesn't like the finger broads?
Good
There's
point.
nothing wrong with that, but you're not
Excellent
getting
point.
real fucking conversation done down
Well,
there.
I-
I talked to a guy with a fucking a camera made out of cardboard.
That guy interviewed me, by the way, and I
There's
don't
a
know.
million of those type of guys down
He
there.
didn't interview you. He talked to you. It's not a real camera.
You stupid fuck.
Did you understand he was being sarcastic when he said?
Of course, but it's not
But
helping
you weren't portraying it on
anything.
this show like he was being sarcastic.
That's
You were
true.
portraying it like he was being totally serious.
No, I'm going for comedy, you idiot.
Well,
Because in the
understand.
end, I don't give a fuck about this. So I go down there like it's a freak show. I can make some dumb, funny videos.
So you were
hopefully.
going down there with an angle, and that's fine. That's fine.
Oh, damn. He just fucking,
I
during
went down-
repetitive questioning, he made you crack right there.
Oh, did he? I went down there, yeah, with an angle to make funny videos, but I'm also an intelligent human being, and I took it all
He's
in
going
and went, holy shit, this is nonsense. Yes,
I would say
Yes.
go down there, turn the camera off, and
I'll
try
say,
to actually
shut the fuck
talk to
up and
some
not tell me
people.
what to
But
do.
you're saying
How's
without
that?
an agenda, right?
How's
Yeah.
that?
You're saying
How's that?
You're saying go down there without an agenda.
Yeah.
How's
Yes.
that? My agenda was to make funny videos, idiot, not to expose anything. I don't give a fuck in the end. I just realized it was a place to make funny videos.
Okay.
And hopefully people found them funny. If they didn't, that's their prerogative.
And your
Fair
agenda
enough.
is free food and fingering girls. So,
Yeah.
but now both of you are down there, and you're not contributing to the protest. So,
Fair enough.
There you go.
But the point is, after 2.5 hours, I also, besides making funny videos, hopefully, I'll say it again, I realized, holy shit, this is a bunch of nonsense. It's a bunch of nonsense.
It is nonsense.
It's nonsense.
Why don't you
in
explain
what
the
way?
People's Library? What the fuck is that? And you know it's filled with a bunch of books no one will ever fucking read.
I saw,
Happy
pe-
endings.
I
It's
saw
a
people
bunch of
reading
junk books.
I saw people reading those books.
There's thousands of books.
I know. Isn't that terrific, though?
No, it's a bunch of books that no one ever read when they were in
Everyone's
Barnes and
got
Noble.
an iPad with
It's-
this sitting
okay.
there. They could read that.
Did you not see, though, that it's a model of a sustainable community within
boy.
itself?
Well,
okay,
it's
free
like
food,
Epcot.
free
Watch
shelter,
what happens to the
free
People's
clothing.
Library when they have to clean the park later
Epirot.
today and tomorrow.
Well, that'll be very interesting.
Yeah. What about Tattoo Guy?
I didn't see Tattoo Guy.
Well, you didn't see my videos. Then.
I see
know, I
Tattoo
saw the
Guy on the
video,
subway
but I
all
didn't
the
see him
time.
before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he realized, holy shit, I could go to this dumb thing and people will pay attention to me.
Did you see the guy, the cripple in the wheelchair with the hooks on his hand?
No.
Oh.
Sounds like a bump.
So Matt, you want to work for? You're here on an internship for Sirius XM Satellite Radio, which is a gigantic corporation.
Right.
Why?
Because I like radio, I like entertainment, and I also
and if you-
like
and you know
hanging out
what?
with hippies.
And if you
Well,
like-
and what's wrong with that?
And if you like money and living in a house, you're going to like the banking system.
Are you, let me
Okay,
ask you,
sure.
are you protesting the entire system or
Yes.
aspects of it?
For me, the entire system, because I
sure.
believe that the entire system, it's basically slavery. I mean, we don't realize
Slavery.
it, but we're essentially slaves.
Yeah, we're slaves. It's just like being whipped and working for absolutely nothing. And
Well, instead of
yeah,
physically imprisoning you, they imprison your mind.
how do they imprison your mind? What part of your mind is imprisoned?
It
by the
starts in.
way, I'll tell you what.
elementary
Rational thought is in solitary fucking confinement in your head.
Okay. But maybe they encouraged rational thought and they disencouraged creativity.
How?
Because in school, you take tests and you pass the test and you get good grades and you go to a good college by memorizing information and parroting back. But
parroting back,
you
never learn anything really.
But when you try to draw a picture or
if you're stupid enough to
sing a
fall into
song.
the trap, then so be it.
So
But
if
we
you're
all
trying
do.
to draw
We
a
all
picture,
do.
draw a picture or sing a song, but they're trying to teach you fucking history. Isn't
but
that
how
kind
do
of
we know
counterintuitive?
how true that history is?
Oh my God! Because it's the only history we have. It's been passed on through books and.
But who writes those books? Do you? All right, this is Anthony. Do you believe everything the Bible says?
No, I don't
Okay,
believe fucking
so
a
how
word
can
of
you
it.
believe everything that a history
Because
textbook
there's
says?
faith-based fantasy and fact-based fucking books.
How can you?
That's our
There's
history.
no difference. So they're both books that who knows were written by who.
Holy shit. Holy mother of fuck shit. Are you telling me you're equating, let's say, a book that is about the Civil War,
right?
With the Bible,
I'm
and saying that both of those are full of just fucking
I'm
lies?
saying they both could be 100% true. They both could be somewhat true, or they both could be complete lies.
Really, the South and the North never fought.
I'm not saying they didn't, but maybe.
Say they did. Hold on. Stop.
No,
okay,
they
Matt.
fucking
Stop.
did.
They did.
They
Of course they
did.
did.
So I mean,
So keep going back.
you could talk about
Now,
gray areas in
But maybe-
history, but there's basic
keep
shit
going
that
back.
everyone
But
knows
was there,
did
was there a
fucking
revolution?
happen.
Was there a revolutionary
It
war?
was, but maybe
Yeah?
the Civil War, for example, wasn't over slavery.
It wasn't.
Maybe it was a war that was
It
engineered.
wasn't.
It was engineered in order to bring the country together, to centralize power.
No, it was because the fucking South wasn't getting half the fucking resources the North was getting. The North was squeezing the South.
Okay.
And the whole end of slavery was just the North's way of ending the fucking war.
But-
hey, let's take all their fucking workers away. Let's free the slaves. Lincoln never wanted to free the fucking slaves.
But think about it. Hasn't over history power has been moving towards a more centralized source?
I
So
don't
you
think-
had one center of power in the north in Philly and New York, and you had one center of power in the south in Virginia. So maybe the war was engineered to bring that together, so you had a unified nation.
Do you really think they
Yes.
thought that
I really do.
at the price of fucking almost
don't
the
give a
entire
shit
male
about-
population
yeah,
of the
they don't
country,
give a fuck.
of the budding new country?
I think you're giving them too much
Who's
credit
they
for-
back
for-
then too?
You're giving them
Who
too
is
much
they
They
back
has
then?
always been the they. There's always a they at the top of the world.
They live. Who was they back in fucking 1860?
It's the same Illuminati families that you have now. It's the same families.
Right. Really?
The Rockefellers, the Rothschilds.
I can't wait till you grow up.
The
Oh my
Carnegies.
God.
They're the puppet masters, basically.
They are.
And do the puppet master.
I don't fucking. I can't even fucking fathom
Well, how old
this.
are you?
24.
Hey, young guy. He's like, I don't really necessarily believe the Illuminati runs everything, but
Okay.
you're half right, I think.
You do realize in this world nothing's gonna be handed to you, right?
I do.
All right. You're looking
Every-
at guys that had nothing handed to them and made something of their lives.
Everything's an
And
illusion.
I respect you guys.
Nothing's real.
And you got to work around whatever system
Nothing.
you think is in place that is holding you back, man.
I know, and that's the thing is I don't have to like it, but I still have to live within it and make the best of it.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. But it's all fake. Nothing.
Ultimately,
it seems
yes.
to me that nothing that happens in this whole world is at face value for you. You see,
you're
you see
absolutely right.
some kind of wacky, fucking, amazing conspiracy that would be impossible to pull off behind every little thing, no matter how small or big. Everything. What time is it? Well, it's 20 to 8. No, how do we know it is? Well, who sets the clocks? Who tells us the time? Isn't it exhausting? Isn't it fucking exhausting to walk around and be you and have to save the world from the matrix that we fucking live in?
I enjoy it because I like knowing that I have a different perspective than other people, and that
You
I
have
can
a
think
retarded perspective.
to
Don't
you,
start
to you.
thinking you're smarter than everyone because you
That's
think
fine.
this out
I
and
don't.
put it in the context of a comic book.
That's why I
you
said I think differently.
You're not smarter than everybody because you think differently than everybody that actually just stays within the lines in the system.
And I don't mind that you question things, but there are stuff that have, answers, real fucking answers. Do you think the Earth is flat?
No.
All right.
How do you know? You ever been in space?
No. Well, I don't know,
Fuck do you know?
but it's a belief.
How old is the
No,
Earth?
It's not a belief. It's fact.
How old is the Earth?
I think the Earth has been around infinitely.
Very good.
A few billion years.
Well, good enough.
You know why he's so incredibly hard to take seriously? Because he's going to spout off about anti-corporations and banks and stuff. Meanwhile, he's wearing a pair of Nikes, American Eagle Outfitter pants, and New Balance fleece.
Right.
So he hates all these corporations, yet he can't wait to spend his money on them.
But yet I'm not allowed to be comfortable. I got to dress in fucking rags just because I believe in this shit.
You have to make a sacrifice if you want to fight against these corporations.
There's other shoes besides Nikes.
If you really believed in the cause, you should be walking around like a caveman.
Wrap fucking
Should I?
paper
Yes.
bags around your feet.
And how would that look in this fucking building?
Well, not much better than what I saw down there.
But you shouldn't be working here
I'm
either,
on that side because, look, I hate the airlines. I complain about the airlines, but the necessity is I have to use them.
Right.
And I hate them.
No,
Take
you
a
don't.
stagecoach,
But I mean,
Ask
Take a
Matt.
train.
People can fly. We've been fucking told we can. That's the only reason we don't.
But I make
Maybe
the
that's
decision
true.
to not
Flap your
sacrifice
arms.
work.
That's all it takes.
I make the decision
Yeah.
to hate them and complain about them, but I do have to use them. It's like, it's a part of life. I just don't have to like the way they are.
Part of life. Very good. Thank you, Jimmy. What about these things that are just a part of life? Life isn't perfect.
Right.
You're never going to go through life and be happy with everything and everybody you have to interact with and deal with and every situation in your life. You're going to have highs and lows. All that shit happens, and it's called life. You have this weird idealistic thing going on where you think that you are not only entitled to, but if your way that you and these like-minded people are thinking had your way, this would be a utopian society where everyone had the horn o' plenty and there was no war and no infighting and everyone was as smart as you guys and we all knew the secrets behind this big vast conspiracy. Really?
Why shouldn't it be like that?
It can't be. We're stupid organisms. We're dumb fucking animals.
Maybe we are, but maybe we're getting smarter.
No, we're not.
I think we are. I think
Smarter?
that's why you're
Really?
seeing these kind of
Really?
things happen.
We can
'Cause
kill
we're getting
people
smarter.
so much more efficiently than we used to. Let me tell you that much. It used to be throwing some rocks and then a musket and shit. And we've gotten to the point now we could kill thousands upon thousands of people in one clip. And you think to me that you say to me that's us getting smarter? And more compassionate.
Listen,
shit.
We've
Bullshit.
also extended the life expectancy too, though.
Yeah,
Right.
what bothers me as I'm getting older, there's obviously issues out there. I'm not stupid, okay? But there's also like this thing with the younger generation that you guys are fucking entitled and you want everything handed to you. There's a conflict
Maybe
there.
because we've been given everything.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah, everyone wins when they play soccer. Everyone has to play, and I'm
We all
telling you
knew
that
this was gonna happen,
I'm telling you that's coming back to fucking bite us in the ass now. I'm telling you.
This is what happens when
I'm
you give
telling
everyone
you.
a trophy.
You guys don't understand what it is to lose and be disappointed. You just don't understand. And now it's coming back to bite us in the ass.
Well, why does it have to... Let me ask the question. Because in the 60s, it was like this for these guys who protested the war and stuff. And they did turn out to be right, the Vietnam protesters. Even though a lot of their methods might have been wrong, but they were children of the late 40s and the 50s, and they were acting like that when things were not, like, you know what I mean? That was maybe the beginning of things just being handed, but everyone didn't win a trophy back then, and they were the same as these guys are now.
This is way worse now, man. These kids coming up today, I see it all the fucking time. I gave a speech to one of the interns, said, look, if you want to get ahead, just work hard. You'll be ahead of so many people your age, because I saw it. Me and Ann have been at this for 17 years. Me, Ann, and Jimmy over 10, okay? And I've seen a change in the young kids that come through these radio stations. When we first started, you saw the kids working fucking really, really hard, and they assumed that this wasn't a ticket to a radio show, that they had to go out and continue to work hard. And now, fast forward a decade or so, you see these kids, they just want everything handed to them. And they just don't work hard anymore.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, maybe that's taught to us in school now when everything,
now we're on common ground. You're right.
Everyone has their space respected,
Could you have
and this whole incorporation,
one iota of self-responsibility? Could you have one fucking molecule of being responsible for any fucking thing you do? It's
I think
always
I'm
someone
responsible
else
for everything I do.
No, you're not. You don't put that across. You come across like somebody that has some kind of weird, either it's a weird conspiracy or some asshole or the bank or that. It's always someone except for you. And by you, I mean the general you and everybody that's down there and that whole mindset, that it's always someone else that fucked you, you know?
But it's also generational, because every generation, thinks the generation after them are a bunch of douchebags.
Yeah.
And it's like, it really has continued. It's probably happened since fucking 1310, where every generation that comes, they're like, look at these cunts. You know, we had to throw rocks. Here,
The
you just have
plague.
rocks. But you know what I mean? It's like, look at the children of the 60s turned into these yuppies. They were all children of the 60s. So it's like the generations do change as they get older. It's like, he's not going to be thinking this way when he's 35.
No, it'll be
And he'll be
hilarious.
looking at kids that are 15 going, what a twat that kid is. It's kind of the
It
cycle.
happens to every generation.
Yeah.
You're absolutely
Yeah.
right.
That's why I was saying before, this is nothing new. It's not.
Right.
You tend to think it's this new thinking, and like I said before, that this is going to be this utopian society with all of you giving each other and this, and the people, humans don't work like that. Do you understand? Human beings cannot operate like that. They're
think
not
in the-
wired that way.
But I think in the future we can. I think that our consciousness are getting higher, and I think that eventually, what I think, I mean, granted, everyone here is going to think this is nuts, but I think that over the next 15, 20 years, society will break down, and it'll kind of be a reboot where we'll go back to living.
No.
Let's get back to the end of Fight Club.
Fight Club, right?
Yeah.
No, I don't see that, and I don't see us getting to any point where, no matter how great our computers are and how much we can communicate with people all around the world instantly, we are still going to basically be animals that for some reason or sometimes no reason will fucking hate each other. And if there's this big communal thing going on with everybody sharing, someone's going to look at someone else and go, I wanted that. Oh, I got this. It's comparable, but it ain't that. So I'm going to go over there and smash his fucking face in and take that. And that's what humanity is. You can't be a Vulcan. This isn't Vulcan. We are humans. This utopian society stuff is bullshit and will never fucking work.
But don't you find that as time goes on, you're right, there will always be people smashing each other in the head.
Absolutely.
But the amount of people that find that acceptable shrinks. It becomes less and less people find that acceptable behavior, and it becomes more and more ostracized behavior.
Right. Yeah.
Like, yeah.
So
and-
has that really happened over, over the past, really?
It's hard for us to see in our lifetime, but go back to, say, the Roman times. Like, if you look at 50 or 80 years, it's hard.
Yeah.
If you look at 1,000 years, look what was acceptable back then. And in some parts of the world, they still do it. But as an advanced civilization, look at how we look at certain things, and they would just fucking just lop your head off, and throw fruit at you.
And they would look at fucking thousands of years later and say, is it acceptable to drop thousands of incendiary bombs on civilians in Tokyo and burn them alive? They would look at us and think, holy shit, that is some fucking cold ass shit. And that's thousands of years of evolution.
Yeah, but I'm talking, that's technology, though. It's almost like meaning...
Yeah, technology given to humans that if the Romans had it, would have used it just as great as we did. We have something in us as people, as humans, that is fucking sick. We have this ability to kill each other with the ability to also excuse it and justify it.
The Romans would be more amazed at the technology than they would appalled at the using of it. Like, they wouldn't look and go, how could you do that? They would go like, oh my God, to be able to do that. Because they were barbarians. There's almost something sanitized about the way we do it now, which is a weird sign of advancement, where you drop a bomb, but back then they literally would take a fucking mace and stab each other. I mean, it was much more barbaric then, because you were looking the guy in the eye when you drove a knife into him.
Yeah.
Now it's cleaner. You can kill a lot more people, but that
again,
is a sign of advancement.
That's just technology. It's what you just said before. That's just technology. If we hadn't invented that, we'd still be smashing people in the face with maces and stabbing each other.
I think that as we get smarter and as we go on, we're getting this. Again, you can look at certain groups we all know who are fucking 1,000 years behind the rest of us. But as a
why do you
whole,
say that,
as
though?
people, what's that?
Why do you say, like, what groups do you think are...
When you look over at the Middle East, the way they handle certain things, they are probably, because Islam started, I think, in the 1500s, is a lot less advanced than Christian. They're going through the 15th century Christianity phase, but now they have weapons.
Okay, that's fair enough.
I think that there are
That's fair enough, Jimmy.
there are groups
for Jimmy.
that are slower. But when I say evolutionary, I'm talking about
allowing that point.
a couple of hundred years is irrelevant.
But
Means
also,
nothing.
I mean, they don't have
Yeah.
They don't have a technology that are as advanced
Some of them
as in
do.
the Western
Some of them
civilization.
do.
I mean, yeah, they have cell phones and stuff,
I
but I,
don't
mean, they're not running around, with computers and iPads. But maybe like
in Saudi Arabia, they are.
Well,
Sure they are.
okay,
And that's
some
where all the
very
radicals
rich
come
nation.
from.
Okay,
They're
but
very
like
wealthy.
I spent some time over in Egypt, and what I noticed is that
What are you doing over there?
these people.
What were you doing in Egypt?
Protesting.
I was just traveling through, just backpacking.
God, you're a rich kid.
Just passing by. Just
I wish I was a
passing
rich
by.
kid growing up.
Fucking Egypt.
I didn't have a.
Ride a camel.
I wasn't allowed to
I
go
did.
backpacking.
Finger a camel.
Even
No,
in
I didn't.
Egypt, though.
You know what? I finally just figured out. I'm fucking jealous of you. I really am. Because I wasn't rich growing up. I wasn't allowed to backpack. I had to fucking work on a golf course to pay for my own goddamn college and my own goddamn car and fucking room and board in my own fucking parents' house. That's what I did at 18, 19. You got to backpack across Egypt. There you go. Now I know why I hate you. I'm
But-
jealous of you.
I mean,
I wish it was that easy for me when I was growing up.
I mean, you're a big radio star, and I'm jealous of that. Too,
Know why?
so.
Because I worked my fucking balls off, and you're not going to work your balls off.
Oh shit.
You're not, because you don't know how
Face.
you don't know how it
Face.
is to work hard.
Remains to be seen.
Face.
So you're
Face,
at a
yeah.
disadvantage
Face it.
already. That's the point I'm trying to make. And there's a lot of kids your age that are in the exact same fucking boat. They don't know how to put in a hard day's work, and that's going to be a problem as you get older. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I'm
telling you.
He thinks that the strong should not be allowed to survive. Basically, that's been the number one thing when you boil down everything to its basic common denominator. The strong will always survive. If you're a big giant person, you're going to beat the shit out of the littler guy. If you have a big strong brain, you're going to be smarter than the littler guy. So why should we now, when the big brains use their brains and get their wealth that they're allowed to do in this country, why are they now penalized because the weak people who couldn't do it or didn't do it don't have it?
Yeah.
There's a lot of jealousy coming out, so I apologize to you, Matt, because I attacked you pretty hard. But what was the point I was going to make? There was a fucking point, and then Danny went off.
Oh, sorry. Well, you said about him being.
I'll come back. Oh. At 24, if I went to my dad and said, "Hey, man, could you co-sign for a $5,000 loan because I want to intern at a radio station?" He would have said, "Go work even harder at the fucking golf course." Sorry, I'm not going to help you. Maybe I'll give you $100 or something, but that would have just never fucking happened.
Twice as hard, and I'll be twice as famous as you.
That would have never happened. But at 24, I was living in an attic with no fucking windows and no fucking heat because I wanted to make radio.
Uphill 2 ways.
Yeah.
Uphill 2 ways.
Are you against people making, because the people making money and being penalized for? I don't like that either. Are you? Is your problem with people who are making money or people who are? My problem is with people who are making the money by taking fucking $80 million payouts when they've accepted help from the U.S. That's the people
who are leeching off of humans in general, and I have a problem with that. People
Really?
are making
So when
their
you go
money
down to Wall
by
Street for free
sucking
food, that's
off
not
of us.
leeching?
I think it's different. I mean, those are
Because it's you.
donations.
Because it's you.
Yeah.
It's different because it's you.
It's not fucking people over that aren't smart enough to realize they're getting fucked.
And Matt, I don't hate you, by the way. That's a strong word.
Smart too.
You'll just continue
It's a
to
strong word. I don't
justify
hate you.
anything that you do to make it fit your situation. So no matter what points will get thrown at you, you'll always deflect and find a way to go around it so that it fits your argument, whatever point you're trying to make.
Now you're 24. Did you work? Since you were a kid? I started working at 12.
I worked at a hockey rink when I was 17, and
For how long? Was it a full-time job?
No, it was just part time.
Of course. And then after that, what?
I reffed hockey for the last 9 years.
Part time?
Yeah, I mean.
So you never at 24,
I've never had a
you
full time job.
You still haven't. Oh my god, that's like infuriating.
Well, I mean,
that put you at a disadvantage. I'm telling you.
Maybe, but I also found
at 12, 13, I was working, and I'm not because people will turn this, but it's just a fact. I worked 16 hours a day on a golf course at 12, 13.
I mean, I don't even know if you're allowed to do that nowadays.
And I was lucky because I started out with a dumb paper route. I'm like, fuck, this is getting me nowhere. And then I started looking around, and I was, I had a golf course close, and they were, I had a chance to be a caddy.
Goddamn rich cunt!
Jesus.
I kill rich cunts!
So at 24, you still haven't even really worked.
I always wanted to try caddying, by the way.
You've never worked though.
I have. I mean, how is caddying any different than
the world needs ditch diggers too?
Now, here's the part where Matt is now going to try to defend his point by being malleable with,
How is
with his
caddying?
words.
No, I was going to say, how's caddying different?
Go ahead, Matt.
Different than
Dude, I'm
officiating hockey.
I'm close to twice your age. Put fucking 80 pounds of shit on your shoulders and walk around a golf course twice to 2.5 times.
Skate around
every fucking weekend.
Skate for an hour and a half and have fucking
That's
people
easy.
scream at you.
I'll fucking outskate you in a second.
Really?
Yeah.
You want to try?
Yeah, I do.
Oh,
yes.
Let's do it.
Here we go.
Yeah, I do.
Get to the rink.
I would like a nice skating competition.
Get in the rink.
Yeah.
I will get around. I will do one lap around the rink faster than you.
See, 2 centuries ago, they would have been hitting each other with tree branches, and now they're just going to go to Rockefeller Center and work it out like a couple of men.
Rockefeller Center.
Notice this challenge is one fucking lap around.
How
That's
many
what
laps?
you
What do you
guys
wanna
are all
do?
fucking about.
How many laps?
One lap.
How many laps?
one-
I'll do as
one lap.
I'll do as many as you want to do.
400.
That's a lot of laps.
That's a little excessive.
Well, it's endurance too.
As long as he doesn't show up later, call out. He'll be there.
No, exactly.
Oh, remember from before?
Exactly.
I want to see this lap contest.
Me too. Rockefeller Center's
20
very close.
This will be a good one.
This is going to
I wanna
get
see this.
and it'll get the listeners all excited.
When are you going to start working?
Well, this is
At
pretty much
24,
like
you
work.
took a loan out.
I get up
this is work.
3:30 in the morning. I get out of here at 2:30. It's 11 hours of my life. I mean, I pretty much,
First of all,
I pretty much have had no
Nagel's got the
social life
stick.
since I've been here because I'm here
E-Rock's
every
got
day.
the stick.
E-Rock puts in a couple hours a day. He's annoyed. Go ahead, E-Rock. Thanks, Jim. You've been here recording.
Go ahead, E-Rock.
No, I've had this discussion before he started, when he started, and to this day, I've had this discussion with him about
horrible shirts and why you should wear them to work always.
Sorry, I don't wear the same, Ozzy or Sabbath shirt 4 days a week.
Face show.
No one does that to Jimmy. This is getting crazy now.
At least he got the bands right. I can't argue.
Yeah, that's true.
No, but what he's saying about work and that this is work, he leaves here, he goes down to Wall Street, or he goes home, or he plays hockey one night a week on Sunday. But I said, well, what about school and what about working? Do you have a part-time job? Nah, I have the loan. I'm just going to write off the loan. Well, what about school? He flushed his classes so he doesn't have to do them this semester, so he can just focus on this, which he's not focusing on, has no job, has no money, so he goes down there to just dick around. So this is just one big vacation for him.
Yeah.
And Matt, I've tried to help you out.
But the sad
many
part,
times,
E-Rock,
and you keep doing this to yourself.
He doesn't see it that way.
Yep.
No. He doesn't see that it's just a vacation thing.
Because he is focusing on the internship a lot.
I am.
Yeah.
You're 24. If you went to college at 18 and just worked really, really hard, you'd probably have a really nice job right now.
That's kind of
Maybe.
true right there.
But maybe this is more exciting.
It's a different path.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
There you go.
Don't complain. Don't complain about banking, and don't complain that there's no jobs. I mean,
Thrills and spills.
Everything.
I never complain that there's no jobs.
Do you have one?
No. Am I complaining?
Isn't that
the point?
He's not complaining.
No.
May I chime in?
Sure.
Club soda, Kenny.
Matt, you think you're so terrific? I bet you can't even tie your shoes all by yourself.
I can.
Yeah, go ahead, do it right now. Go
You
ahead,
want-
tie your shoes all by yourself.
You want me to untie my
Go
shoes
ahead.
and tie them?
Go ahead, you're so terrific. Tie
Okay.
your shoes all by yourself.
I'll do that.
I bet you can't do it.
Okay.
Right.
He's untying them.
Untying his shoe.
Remember the
And
rabbit
he's
ears?
retying it. So far, so
Retying.
good. Funny
Round
ear
the
one,
loop.
funny ear
Bow.
two. Stretch him out. Done.
Oh, she's going to double knot
Double
that
knot.
shit.
DK happening.
All right.
Okay. I mean,
Hey, this is Jim Brewer. Opie and Anthony. How long you been here? Almost a decade? What's your name? Let's call it the virus. We'll call it that. Is Jim Brewer gonna get welcome to the Go Channel? No. Congratulations to Opie and Anthony for finally getting their name, Opie and Anthony Channel. Congratulations, the Opie and Anthony Channel. Well deserved.
Sounds real impressive. I hope it comes with a big raise, or I'm out of here.
For who? Management?
We got Vic Henley outside the studio. Vic is going to be tomorrow night at the Bridge Street Live in Collinsville, Connecticut.
How you doing there, Vic?
And that's
I'm
at
good,
Vic
boys.
Henley.
Yes,
Vic
that's-
Seats.
That's near Hartford.
Near Hartford?
Yeah, absolutely.
I love Vic
The
Henley.
lovely Hartford, Connecticut.
I'm on fire.
Yeah, I love Hartford.
Yeah, that career is fucking taking off. Hartford, baby.
Oh, it's been a 6-week cavalcade of sadness of the places I've gone.
Sadness,
Really?
cavalcade of sadness.
That's what it's been, totally. The Tunica, Mississippi gig, which is not down at the Gulf, it's the one that's 40 miles south of Memphis, where the Robert Johnson sold his soul to the devil in the, the cotton fields of the Delta, Mississippi. And I've seen the bootleg casinos in Indiana and Iowa and even Connecticut, you know, but this is hands down the worst, saddest. Wife beaters, camouflage hats, they can smoke. They're walking around smoking. They're playing penny slots and winning $4 and acting like they won $8 million. It's just the most god-awful, horrible thing in the world.
How long have you been at it?
This is the last gig, so it's been about 8 weeks.
8 weeks.
Of getting on and off planes and driving and flying and coming here for a day and turning around and going again.
What are you doing, a casino run?
That particular one. It's been a little bit of everything. I've done a club here and a corporate here and a college there and this, that, and the other. So it's been a hodgepodge of filth and awfulness.
Where's the furthest place you were?
Nebraska, probably. Omaha, Nebraska, yeah.
And then the closest is what?
The closest one is where I'm going tonight, probably 2 hours where I can drive it.
You still like being on the road?
It's all right. You know, the good ones are good and the bad ones are bad.
Yeah.
So it's.
You occupy yourself on the road?
I try to, but you know, there's nothing like in the Mississippi Casino. There's Harrah's, this giant casino, and then they shuttle you over to 2 different hotels where they put the people. And there's nothing to do in either one of those hotels. You can go to walk on the treadmill or walk around outside. The grounds are beautiful, but you know, I'm there, just nothing. I'm just walking around looking at all the Paula Deen stuff. Everything's Paula Deen. She sponsored something in the casino.
Who is she?
She's the lady from the Food Network that Southern. Hey y'all, we're gonna take some mayonnaise and put it on a stick of butter and roll that in M&Ms and deep fry that and put some bacon on it. That's good for her. Oh, she's a gray-haired Southern lady. She's from Georgia. Yeah.
I know her.
She looks like Ozzy in the Shot in the Dark video.
He really does.
Jack's having a kid.
Totally does.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Jack's having a kid. That hit yesterday.
Oh, I know. He's
Is he
getting
married?
No, he's marrying the girl.
Not
after a few
yet.
months.
Oh, okay.
She's hot too.
Yeah.
Wow. Fucking Ozzy's gonna be.
I've heard things
What?
from people in the know.
About what?
For things.
You can't just say that. At least write it down for me.
Trying to figure out, exactly how to put it. Yeah, he got her pregnant, and now they, are getting married. Wow, is that her right there in the middle?
Good Lord.
Yeah. Well, I've heard about people that go out with other people and try to,
get pregnant and pour something.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
You want to write it down?
Apparently, she's known around Hollywood.
To what? Try to get pregnant?
Yeah, just try to get up that ladder, get a little fame, fortune, shit like that.
What? She's
through
people know her from the circuit.
Yeah.
Really?
Exactly.
Oh, wow.
Exactly.
So what? She's dated a lot of famous people.
Yeah.
And hoping to get some of that Hollywood sperm.
Yeah, some directors, things like that, and trying to make it work. And I guess Jack Osbourne's the lucky guy. Roll them bones.
Oh,
attaboy,
Jack.
Well, she's hot.
Yes,
give her that. Yeah.
So was the Playboy model that fucked Spade on purpose and got pregnant, but that didn't mean he was happy about any of that. He wasn't happy about any of that.
No.
No, I know for a fact he wasn't happy about any of that.
Kid?
I don't 3, 4, maybe. I don't know. It's been a while now since. Is
he happy about the kid?
No, God, it's just awful. No, you resent the kid forever. You don't. You
have to pay so much.
Oh yeah, it's just awful.
Is she trying to get money from him or letting him just say what he wants?
No. It's a whole. There was legal shit drawn up and all kinds of formalities and ugliness and awful everything he hates basically.
She's cute, man.
Yeah, she's all right.
Pretty girl.
Oh damn.
I'd knock her up. Why not?
Yeah.
She's beautiful.
Knock her up.
Would you knock up a girl, Jimmy?
Yeah. I regret not coming to Brie Olson. She could have my kid. I told you I regret that for the rest of my life. I should have put it in there. Should have planted the seed.
The seed of Norton.
But then you would be a father. Do you want to be a father? Are you ready to be a father?
No, I hate the idea of it. It just feels good
Brie
to come with
Olson as
someone.
the mommy.
It just feels good.
Why not? Feels good to blow a load in
Seems
someone.
A little odd.
Vic, we're going to do Jocktober with you, sir, if that's okay.
What's that?
Oh, what's
Yeah,
What's
Jocktober? Let me
Jocktober?
tell
Why
ya.
don't you get the hell out of this studio?
Damn.
I don't have time to explain it to you.
I'm sure it's easy, and I can jump right in.
Sam, why don't you explain Jocktober? Because you've taken the ball and run with this one.
Well, Jocktober, Vic, is when we go around the country looking and listening to all the different radio shows that are on the various terrestrial markets throughout the states. And
just kind of seeing what's out there, the various
seeing,
jocks.
yeah.
And we mock the
We
shit out of
celebrate.
Right.
I don't know if that.
We celebrate the
the morning zoo.
Yes,
the
the-
wacky. Hey, it's 25 degrees outside.
Just, yes,
just to make us feel better.
The hillbilly in me, when you say jock, I thought it was immediately something sports related.
Oh,
I
yeah,
should have
see,
known. So that's my bad.
It of course, kind of a takeoff on the whole Rocktober.
Of course,
thing,
right,
that all
exactly.
of those
Sure.
type of jocks do.
KC
So we called
95.
it
It's Rocktober.
Jocktober.
Sure.
Yeah.
It starts
Yeah.
there. That's where the frivolity begins.
We're celebrating the diversity in morning radio. I mean, we go the huge difference between the shows on terrestrial
We're shitting
radio.
on them to make ourselves feel better.
I got
man.
it. That's what we all do.
Read between the lines.
Everyone
okay?
does that. I like it. I like it a lot.
We have very shallow egos that need pumped up.
Well, I've done. I've done most of those shows, so
Oh,
you know,
yeah, you'll know these
You're not
people
pumping yourself
probably,
up.
yeah.
You really are. Just
Do you roll
correct.
your eyes sometimes when you're in some of these shows?
Absolutely. I sit there. Sometimes you have to take over because you can't get in. It's a weird ass thing, but it's just the good, the bad, and the ugly is certainly out there.
Well, you
so.
certainly don't have to take over here, Vic.
No, there's plenty here.
I'm going
There's
to be
a
watching you closely.
good foundation.
We got this.
I believe you do. You've been doing this a while. As long as I've been doing longer than I've been doing stand-up.
You know how I take over on one of those shows? If you want to stop everybody from laughing and joking,
right?
I'll go, I can't believe that school bus full of kids burned, and they all stop and go, "What?" And then you just segue into material.
All right, hit the sweeper. Let's do this.
Oh yeah.
It's
This is awesome.
a celebration of rap-tastic radio from around this great nation of ours.
Great. Thank you.
So turn up this turn-tacular radio.
Oh my God, I can't believe it.
It's
Yes.
Jocktober.
Oh my God!
Don't say it.
I'm not going to say it. Oh God!
Oh wow.
Oh no! Are you sure this is going to work?
Do you think, based on my descriptions, that it's going to work? I know you haven't heard the audio.
We're going to St. Cloud, Florida, Anthony.
I'm surprised you guys haven't heard this
Mix
story.
94.9.
Mix 94.
One of the mix stations because they mix it up.
Right, exactly.
They like to mix their tunes.
And this was more.
Where's St. Cloud, Florida? Just so I have a little.
Kind of near Orlando, kind of in the middle there, Kissimmee area. It's
cloudy.
So these guys aren't good enough to be in Orlando radio.
No, you're right. This would be the suburban market outside.
Is it a high crime area?
I don't know that. I just know that.
Kissimmee St. Cloud.
Why would you say if it's a high crime area?
That's near where Disney World is, out actually away from Orlando, near where Disney World is. And all that.
I'm just surprised. I mean, because usually we know when big stories happen at radio stations, especially involving criminals, and we just didn't hear about this one. Because I've Vic, somebody. This is Mix 94.9. Somebody broke in to the program director's office. This is true. Somebody
There's
broke
no
in.
way a year later someone's doing
Did they
that.
steal my bit?
And this is happening right now.
Oh, God,
Somebody broke in. They were going to give away $5,000 to a listener.
Okay. Right.
Somebody broke in to
What?
the program director's office, stole the money.
What?
And is now calling the radio
Now-
station with a voice disguiser to announce.
And now people are going to
I've
think that we're
stolen your
playing
money. But he's taunting them.
That's right.
People are going to think we're playing an old Jocktober.
No.
I'm going to say the date. It's October 13th, 2011.
And this is going on.
No, why?
They're calling this criminal, because it's unknown what his name is, the Mix 94.9
Bandit.
$5,000 fugitive.
$5,000 fugitive.
Now look,
I gotta fucking stinks.
we got to explain something very quickly.
Okay.
This every time we do Jocktober every year, and even sometimes in between
Just for
Jocktober,
fun.
just for fun, we feature stations that are doing this exact same bit.
Exactly.
Oh God!
It's one of those bits that a company sells to the radio
Oh
station.
man, Jesus Christ!
And
Good
they try to
Lord.
make it sound so original.
Oh God!
We've already featured at least 4 or 5 of these.
I think you're right.
There will be riddles. I haven't heard this. There will be riddles, and there will be a voice.
A wacky
disguise.
voice.
It's going to sound like Babe Ruth calling from the 40s.
Oh man! Jesus Christ!
$5,000 piece.
I hid the money in my blowhole.
Please, can we hear some of this?
Oh, Christ, are we really?
That's the greatest thing in the world.
And the people in charge think it's a great bit.
Oh, of course they do.
Well, it gets
Certainly
people
they do.
talking.
Absolutely.
Well,
they have
somebody
to validate
stole
themselves.
$5,000 from the PD's office at Mix 94.9 in St. Cloud, Florida. The PD is also the host of the morning show.
Oh,
the
boy.
thief calls in.
Sad that we can't give this money to one person. This could do so much good.
No, I
Just
Sam,
stop it.
no,
What's
wrong?
I'm tapping out.
And
we
by the
can't
way,
do this,
not
John.
again.
For those of you that think that maybe like this is old and I just found it, and the fugitive has yet to be caught.
Oh, wow.
Oh, no.
He's on the loose.
He's on the loose.
He's on the
in St. Cloud, Florida.
He is afoot.
So much good.
If you have any information on this person, give us a call, 251-5695. Hello, Mix 94.9.
Hello, I'm trying to get a hold of Pete.
That's the same voice and everything.
The same voice.
And what's great is that immediately they say, if you have any information on the fugitive, call up. Within 1 second, the fugitive
fugitive's
himself
on
is
the
on
phone
hold.
with his disguised voice.
I love how that happens.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Oh, my
Amazing
God.
timing.
94.9.
Hello, I'm trying to get a hold of Pete, the fat boy.
There's something wrong with your phone there. Who is this?
Who is this?
Don't worry about that, man. Is this Pete, the fat boy?
Yes, it is.
That's not very nice.
I didn't
Oh, the hole.
well,
She got him.
Thank you.
The hole in true hole fashion.
Oh,
That's not very nice. Shut up.
Humorless fucking vacuum.
You can tell in like newscaster voice. That's not very
Yeah.
nice. That's some
That's
little
not
22-year-old
very nice.
graduate.
Exactly.
Oh, hilarious.
What does she look like, the fucking hole? Is she pretty?
Oh, please.
Get the website up.
Are they ever, Jimmy?
No.
Are they
I didn't
ever?
ask you any questions, okay, young lady?
Who is this?
Well, I
Who's
gotta say, it's pretty stupid to put all your information out on the internet and talk about it on the radio.
What do you mean by that? Who is
acting?
this?
Who is
I'm not gonna tell you that, but here's the thing.
Saying
I took
that.
your money.
My God.
You took our money.
This is the person. This is
My God.
You are the person that has taken our money. What is the matter with you? Why would you do this to us?
To take the money?
You know what? You can't be trusted. I'm giving the money to the people. People that deserve it.
That's what we had planned on doing that.
That's not up to you.
Well, it is now, baby.
Listen, don't talk to me that way.
I'll talk to you however.
I'll fuck you however? Oh, I'll talk to you.
No, because this isn't funny.
Ugh.
You're right.
This is hilarious.
Don't talk to me like
Good
that.
God.
Truer words have never been spoken.
Yeah, exactly.
By the way,
That's her.
She must waste a lot of money on fucking dental floss.
Jesus Christ. Fucking Tommy Shaw is on a morning show.
That's what I'm saying. From Montgomery, Alabama, Tommy Shaw.
Holy
She
I
got
was
the
thinking
Leno
more
chin.
Tom Petty.
Little Tom Petty, yes.
Little Tom
Tom
Petty
Petty,
there,
yes.
too.
That's true, absolutely.
Jesus Christ.
Is that a tranny?
No.
No.
Wait,
Also, there's some male characteristics there, yes.
she should be fucking eating oats. Nice, Jesus, nice choppers, madam.
Jen from the Morning Mix with Pete and Jen.
Fucking,
She's
what
like
a
one of those
smile.
She's like one of those cartoon drawings when you go to those dumb
caricature.
people. Caricature. Thank you. Where they make one part
Right,
of your
your head's
fucking
really
face
big, and you're doing a little
Well, that's a
cannonball
picture.
off the diving board.
Yeah.
Just Jen.
The bad acting, though. Just the
Horrible
back and
acting.
forth, the bad acting.
And
It's just hilarious.
And listen for all the bad edits.
Yeah.
You think there's going to be some bad edits?
There were in the first one.
Who's Val?
Very obvious.
Yeah.
Who's boss? It's the bandit.
And after it's amazing because it's been going on for about 3 weeks now. This fugitive has been on the loose.
God.
And still, after all the taunting, as it's happened in other radio stations, the police can't seem to get a handle on this guy.
Why?
He's quick. He's good. He's too quick for him.
This fugitive.
All right, I got you guys' attention. Fat boy, you listening?
Yeah, I'm listening. I'm listening.
Okay, here's how this is going to work. Short and simple. I got to get off the phone here.
You say you're going to give it to the people. How are you going to be giving it to,
All right, I
to
bet
our
there's
listeners?
clues.
Well, it's pretty simple because I'm out here. I'm out here in the public. All they have to do, if one of your listeners comes up to me and says these exact words,
Are you the Mix 94.9 $5,000 fugitive? I will not lie. I will tell them.
Will not
I'll
lie.
hand it over, and they will smile because they got it from me and not you, fat boy.
So they have to ask you, are you the Mix 94.9 $5,000 fugitive? And you'll give them the money. You're guaranteeing us that you're
He
going
has
to
to
give them the money.
reiterate to the thief on the
How
phone.
can we trust you?
How can we trust you?
Incredulous.
How can we trust you?
Thank God there's not a hostage involved. So you're saying if we don't come up with the money, you're going to put dynamite in her vagina and chop her fingers off.
So what you're saying now? You're going to call every day at 6 o'clock.
Right. So what you're saying is if my co-host doesn't give the money, you're going to take her teeth out and use them as fence posts.
Can we trust you?
What do you mean, how can you trust me?
Yeah, because you're a thief. You already broke in here and took our money. How do we know that you're
Whoa.
actually going to hand it over?
I'm going to hand the money over. Promise. Just not back to you guys. I don't want to give it to you.
That's ridiculous. How do we know who you are? You could be anybody.
How do we know?
How are we
Oh
supposed
my
to know
gosh,
who to
you can't
ask?
even play that. I'll call you 3 times a day. I'm going to call you during breakfast from
Of
7 to
course.
8, during my lunch hour from about noon to 1.
Right.
Sit down,
Where they
eat
want you to call.
dinner, 5
Listen.
and 6, and you better answer the phone.
twice. You're not going to get away with this. You're not getting away with this. We are going to find you.
I bet the fugitive will be found.
We're going to find you.
And what do you think this guy wishes he was doing in radio?
Not this fugitive
I don't
shit,
want to
bitch.
deal with this fucking shit.
I so wanted to be a jock that could just get on and do what I want to do.
I wanted to be the next Howard Stern. Instead, I'm doing this shitty bit.
And I have to do a bit about the fugitive. At least we're the first people ever doing this.
In St.
Wait,
Cloud,
what?
Florida, anyway.
Yeah.
We're the first in St. Cloud in Florida. That's
Surely
doing
they
this
can't
bit.
be any other people doing this bit.
No, I can't.
This bit doesn't sound familiar at all.
How can they do this? How does a guy sit down in a meeting and get told that they have to do this bit and not go, really? Do you know that everyone knows it's just a shitty bit?
I applaud that they have the passion to do it because you know what, me and you would have blown it up like we've done many times.
All right,
like, fuck you, you're
here's
stupid
the deal. The station's
promotion.
giving away $5,000.
Right.
They want to do this fugitive thing.
Right.
So a guy's going to call in with clues as to who he is and stuff. But actually, it's, and we'd say who it really is and where he could be found on the streets. So it's over that day.
I wish you guys had done this promotion back in the day because
so do
all
I.
you would have done was taken the fugitive call and the whole time try to get him to break character. And
Yeah.
You're using a voice changer, and we know who you are.
Come on, Johnny. We know it's you, Johnny.
You work for the station.
Right, exactly. You're the guy that blows up the big inflatable ass. We saw you.
By the way, you're in the studio.
other room.
You're in the other room right now because, they got the effect on your voice.
You're calling from the sales office.
Oh, God.
Don't forget, Ann, we were part of the revolution of the rock.
Yes, the evolution.
Wait, what's it called?
The Rock of New York.
Right, that's what it was. The evolution of the rock of New York.
Yeah.
So we know how to play along there, Vic, if we have to.
Years ago, down in Cincinnati, a buddy of mine, when he would go to these meetings and they would suggest these jackass things, and then he stopped going to the meetings. So then they started leaving them on his desk, and so finally he took a pile of them and just drew the big red circle with the line over all of them, and went to the PD's office and just tacked them up all over the
good
door.
for him.
Yeah, he got everybody in the building loved it, and then they were like, "Why?" The PD's right hand guy was somebody that used to be on the air as a guy named Big Buck Naked, and so it was these two dumb dicks coming up with all this stuff, driving my friend up the wall, and he finally
Good for him, man.
But he just snapped and goes,
I like knowing there's a few of those guys out there.
well, yeah, that was back when there was big money and everybody was happy.
We got to push through this Jocktober because we do have Frankie Edgar coming in at 9. So
Yes, we do.
and this is too good. Pete and Jen are pissed, so pissed that they explain the contest rules.
Yes. They're so mad that they have to explain the rules because the legal says,
of course,
you guys have to explain the rules.
You're wrong, Sam. This is Minnesota, not Florida. Someone's saying that Sam is wrong. It's St. Cloud, Minnesota.
They weren't very nice when I read it.
St. Cloud, maybe it's Minnesota.
They said, Mother says it's okay. You can make mistakes with cities.
St. Cloud.
Minnesota, Florida.
Whatever. In the end,
Same
whatever.
thing, right?
Same thing,
Yeah.
same thing.
Maybe need a little jacket.
Oh, we did
in the
call it
winter.
the air pollution of New York. You're right, John Q.
Right, the air pollution.
The point, Vic, we didn't play along. We made the promotion fucking miserable.
You bring this money back. We have got the cops. We're going to call our insurance company. We're going to hire private investigators for this thing. You cannot get away with this.
Are you done? Hey, fat boy, here's the thing. No cop. I appreciate you guys' time.
This I'm so, I want to swear right now. I'm so ticked off at this point. and I can't believe it that this person that was just on the line, this is the person that has stolen our money. Apparently, they're giving you the chance to get the money from them. All you got to do is ask the question.
Are you the Mix 94.9 $5,000 fugitive? That's what they said.
That's what they said.
He's got it on a card.
Oh, God, no. Have some pride.
Oh, God, no. They have no pride.
Oh, boy.
No.
Oh, no.
What?
Their face.
Wait, what happened?
I
What
just
happened,
did a search
Sam?
for their Facebook, Mix 94.9.
Yeah.
And the first thing that's on their Facebook
Somebody posted.
is a picture in the background. It looks like a guy with an erection and a hand up his ass, maybe, and then some shit on a table
In the foreground.
And
the
the
big pile of shit.
and the caption is, "This fugitive bit is the."
Guys, don't post duty pictures on their Facebook.
Pete and Jen stink
they
on
hate
ice.
that.
Maybe an N person took the money.
Maybe an in person took the money. Wow.
Well, Jocktober's very interactive with our listeners. We didn't tell them to go there. They do this on their own.
That's great.
They search out the Facebook page. Could it be the fugitive chip? Somebody wants to know.
Jimmy, yesterday we saw a picture of a guy jerking off with a handful of shit.
He was using
It could be the sickest
diarrhea.
picture I've ever seen.
Yeah, he was using diarrhea as lubricant
Yeah.
to jerk off with.
Sure, what's wrong with that?
All right.
That's too watery. It's too watery. That doesn't
watery.
work. That doesn't work. A lot
Let's
of
try
friction.
to move through this. Mix 94.9 in St. Cloud, Minnesota. The midday jock gets a surprise call.
That's right.
Fix 94.9. I don't know if you heard about the big occurrence this morning with Pete and Jen. $5,000. We were going to give it away, but it disappeared.
Oh.
Now, Pete told me that this person that took it is taunting us, and that they might call. This might be them. Mix 94.9.
That was fucking smooth,
in the
man.
middle of
Seamless.
explaining it.
Seamless,
Didn't
man.
even finish the sentence.
In the
That
middle
was
of
fucking
explaining
seamless.
it, it's like, yeah, they might call. Oh wait, what a coincidence!
Seamless, man. That's great.
Might be them. Mix 94.9.
It's me.
It's me.
Who's me?
I'm the person that has your $5,000.
Oh, that person. You're not real popular around here.
Well, I understand that. Here's the thing. First of all, I want to say I'm sorry for getting you involved in this, Ricky. This has nothing to do with you. This is all about Fat Boy and Laughing Girl. This is all their fault, okay?
Okay, well, that's not very nice, but what's the problem?
that's not very nice.
I don't understand. I don't know what's going on. Why do you have $5,000 that's our money?
Because I can. Because I can.
All right, well, I hear that if we find you and our $5,000, that we get it back.
Yeah, that's true. Here's the thing. I want you to find me. I want you to find me. You know, it's kind of my little game. Now, you're not going to find me until I want you to find me. And here, real quick, because I don't want anybody tracing this call.
Oh yeah.
You got to ask me in person. Here's the thing.
Oh.
If you're in public and you think that I am the fugitive, I'm the one that holds the $5,000, this is important. Listen up. You need to say, are you the Mix 94.9 $5,000 fugitive? That's it. And here's the thing. I'm not going to lie to you. Bam, it's yours.
So, if someone finds you and asks you, are you the Mix 94.9 $5,000 fugitive, you hand over the money just like that.
Yeah, I didn't stutter, Ricky.
Well, all right, well, it doesn't make any sense to me, so I'm trying to clarify.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, here's the other thing. I want to call the four-eyed bald dude that does the traffic jam.
Ty James, okay.
Yeah, whatever that dude's name is.
Yeah.
What's a good time I could call him?
Oh, jeez. I'm sure he would love to hear from you. Try between 5 and 6.
All right.
We're laughing at the Facebook.
Tub girl.
What's it say?
A classic.
A tub girl.
The name is Head Shackler.
It's a classic. That's a classic.
Oh, God. That's wonderful.
Oh, their Facebook's just getting trashed.
Coke Logic is just post after post after post.
And I got more info from Kevin from Connecticut. This is a Christian music shop.
Oh, really?
No.
Oh shit!
Even better.
Oh,
What are they
no.
saying? What are the posts saying?
We'll
Is it
go.
helpful stuff?
I love when Uncle Paul touches my hiney. It's time to go Hey, you got the words wrong. It's almost it's the word, but
Yeah.
now it's time to go E-Rock is still fat. The fugitive must have sucked on some helium or something. Pete preps the bull when Jen says it's time. Almost time to go Almost time to go
Christian say shit.
The money disappeared like Jen's feet.
Holy
1987 called, and its chiclets want Jen's teeth back.
I thought of that earlier. Yeah, this little Mexican children. Little Mexican children are selling her teeth at the border.
Jen gets gang raped during every commercial break.
That's just not.
That's
nice.
horrible. That's just, again, falling into the absurdity of it all.
I wish we could find out who does the fugitive voice, pay them out so they can continue the
go
bit and
down.
just be real vicious.
What's that one that was about her fart box?
We kid, but I'd totes mush my tallywhacker in Jen's fart box.
Totes.
Let's move on. The afternoon guy now gets a surprise call. And surprise is in capital letters, so it must have been a hell of a surprise for everybody.
They were just trying to do a show.
Yeah.
The person who does the fugitive, when they die on their tombstone, it's going to read "contributed nothing."
And the guest list is filling up quick. People have been calling all night. Jonah and the Whales. We haven't seen them in a while. In fact, I bet you this call right here is someone else wanting to get on that VIP list.
Jonah and
Hi,
the
Mix
Whales.
94.9.
Hey, good looking.
Hey, good looking. Who's this?
It's me, the $5,000 holder.
Get out of here.
I'm not going to. That's why I'm calling you. I'm not going anywhere.
Hey, you're all anybody's talking about around here.
Hey, sure, that's a lot of money, right?
That's a lot of money. What exactly are you calling me for?
That's what I do. Do you listen to anything that I say?
Yeah, we listen to everything that you say.
Okay. Just don't listen to that fat boy in the morning. He's kind of annoying.
Well, he's not too fond of you.
You look pretty good in your tie and white shirt at the Ricori football game. Yeah, you look really.
You were at the Ricori football game?
Yeah, I was there.
Well, I didn't talk to anybody there except my partner and a guy from Cold Spring.
Hey, also, I wanted to thank you for helping me out with this whole thing. Good job.
How did I help you out? I didn't help you out or assist you in any way. What are you talking about?
Okay. All right. Whatever there, Baldy.
Ooh.
Clues abound.
That's right.
Clues. It's clues everywhere.
You don't like that Baldy, though. He went, ooh.
Ooh.
What happened there? What happened there?
Wouldn't it be great if she called him Baldy, and he said, "I lost my hair because I have cancer." Just wrecked the mood.
More Facebook.
I know. I've got your catheter in the car. That just got terrible.
More Facebook
I like how
comments.
you knew it was going to be the helium voice. I thought it was going to be the deeper one. The one
No,
that
they don't even
change the
They don't even
voice
have
up.
enough creativity to change up the voice. It's the exact same voice that every other station has done.
That's just it just killed me when
mind-boggling.
because I thought like in the crime shows they do
Right.
the deeper one, and then Norton nailed it, right before they ever got into it.
No one could think for themselves.
Oh.
Wouldn't you, if you were forced to do this bit as a radio station, you would try to like twist it and make it your own a little bit?
I don't even know. I couldn't. It's just us
Holy
swimming
shit.
in a cesspool of tub girl.
What do you got there?
People are still contributing such things as Pete licks balls. E-Rock needed the $5,000 for lunch. Jen needs her hat removed. Anthony loves black women. Intern Matt is a homo. Jesus. It's just becoming feedback, except for leaving it on their Facebook.
All right, let's.
I
move.
love the way Uncle
Yeah.
Paul plays with my ass.
Nice. Okay. Nobody's caught the fugitive, so he calls the morning show again.
That's right.
Hey, fat boy.
All right, it's the Mix 94.9 $5,000 fugitive.
How did you get into the building?
Well, I did have some help, but that's all I'm going to tell you.
You did.
So are we looking for more than one person?
No. You guys listen to anything that I say? Or fat boy, you too busy eating while Jim's talking?
Haven't you taunted us enough?
I told you.
How would you taught us enough? Oh, boy, I'll tell you. This sucks. We stop this.
That's enough.
I told you. I'm going to call you 3 times a day, and I'm looking for someone more educated than you two clowns in the morning
Oh, boy.
to actually win this money. I'll tell you what, someone that looks like they're trying to get smart, Pete, would be your son. It was kind of weird last night. Houston, I saw your little Mustang at Cracker Jack Drums. You're out there eating a donut like a fat boy.
Oh my God.
Was it good?
You're following me now?
Oh
Was that donut good?
That's against the law.
The guy broke in, Jen.
What is that?
No, it's not.
It's against the law. The guy broke in.
Yeah. Like he's got any
This acting
morals
is
at all.
great.
Yeah, I think he's already shown that he's willing to break the law, you stupid bitch.
Donut good?
That's against the law.
The guy broke in, Jen.
He's stalking you.
Well, get in line.
All right.
Why don't you get a life and just give up the money?
Why don't you guys tell Ricky that I'm going to be calling back?
It's a bad table read, right?
That's awful. It's
Wow,
god
this
awful
is
community theater
so
table read.
Bad.
E-Rock is freaking out in there about how bad the edits are because he's been on all these radio stations.
Yeah,
and,
you
know,
could hear
You can
these-
hear
yeah.
the edits. They're dropping out.
They slam into each other.
Tell Ricky that I'm going to be calling back between 12 and 1 o'clock, and she better answer.
Look, don't hang up just yet. Just give us a little more.
Give you more what, donuts? I'm out.
What is that? Well, that's a picture of two nude, erect black men wrestling with the word AIDS written on the picture.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And the caption says, Jen is a Jesus cunt.
We didn't encourage this behavior.
We didn't even know there was a Facebook page until
I
I
didn't get
already
no
posted
Facebook
on it.
page out.
Sam Roberts' mom is hot. Cum bubbles. Someone is suggesting Jimsy can find the fugitive.
Ah, yes.
The blueberry
Probably.
is not a standalone fruit. Horse cock meat, horse teeth.
They have any fezzes over there?
I haven't found a fez on that station yet.
No, not on that station.
Are we in
you
trouble
won't.
with the fezzes across the globe?
It's a slow process. I mean, I can't, you know.
All right, well, several days later, Anthony, Jimmy,
Several
Back
days
to-
later.
Dick Henley.
Back to our story.
The afternoon jock is still getting calls.
Wow.
Hello, Mix 94.9.
Hey, man.
Oh, no. Hey, hold all calls. I have the Mix 94.9 $5,000 fugitive on the line. Hello?
No one calling.
This
No
is
one.
my old buddy and cohort, Todd Four-Eyed James.
Why do you always got to call me Four Eyes?
It's the truth. You know, it's amazing how two people miles away from each other can be so close at the same time.
What do you mean?
I've been reflecting on some of our similarities, the things that we actually have in common.
You and I?
Oh, man. You know,
Oh,
I've always been a
bad
fan of
edits.
your style. For instance, where'd you get those jeans you're wearing today?
How does this guy know I'm wearing jeans?
Oh, how does he know where he knows?
That might be a clue. Write it down, people. You might need that later on.
Holy shit.
For the four people that give enough of a fuck to go along with this shit.
Sam, are you the Mix 94.9 fugitive?
No, why do you say that?
I just thought I might win $5,000.
Oh, no.
If it was you.
And besides, did you say it right?
Probably
You have
not.
to say it exactly right.
Are you the Mix 94.9 $5,000
Dollar baggages.
Baggages.
You get right to the end of the guy's like, yeah, there you go, bag of fucking
There are
jizz.
some suggestions coming through on their Facebook.
Oh, good.
yeah.
One
Good.
is lose the radio voice, queer. Just some
good.
suggestions coming
Sure.
through from the fans.
We like when people use their regular voices, Vic.
I have no other choice.
Yeah.
Yeah. One
Holy
person, the rumors, I've heard that Jen enjoys the company of darker gentlemen.
We
Those
don't know
rumors
that.
always pop up.
They
I
have
mean,
no idea.
They popped up about
No
3
clue.
different radio shows this week.
How come it took them so many years of us doing this to finally realize, hey, we could just go on their Facebook
and just
page.
destroy it. It's so interactive.
It really is.
Facebook became very popular.
It really
in the last
did,
year or
yeah,
two,
yeah.
I
So
didn't know there was a
everyone's got it.
Facebook page that you started reading those.
Yeah.
Oh, is that hilarious?
The morning show is trying to do a game.
That's right.
But they get interrupted.
Oh, no.
What's the game?
And Jen, 7:48 and 51 degrees. It's time to play Dead or...
What happened?
There's a picture of Jen holding a black penis. on her-
Wow, that's crazy.
She looks kind of hot.
Yeah, she's cute.
Well,
She's
she's
happy.
also holding an
Huge.
erect black.
Right. Might
giant
not even be
penis.
real. Might not even
I
be
mean,
real.
it's literally as bigger than her head is.
to play Dead or Canadian.
It's very simple. We're
You're doing Dead or Canadian too?
Dead or Canadian.
Dead or Canadian is a staple of morning radio.
Oh, is it really?
I'm learning
Yes,
so
it
much.
is. Yeah.
I'm learning so much.
There's probably 1,000 radio stations that have done this bit. You give a name, and then the caller has to figure out if it's a dead person or a Canadian.
Right.
Holy shit, they're not playing this.
Somebody posted pictures of
Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan knocking down the World Trade Center. It's photos from 9/11.
What does this have to do with anything?
But it's Hulk Hogan giving a big boot instead of planes crashing the towers.
I like the
I've
one where
never seen that
he's doing his
before.
pose in the rubble. That's hilarious.
As if he defeated the World Trade Center.
Are you listening to the havoc that the Hulk is wreaking? I love, he's got the hand behind the ear cock as he's standing in the rubble at Ground Zero, doing
I like the kick one the best.
the pose. Yeah, that's right.
He's about to hit the World Trade Center with a steel chair. And this is on their Facebook page. They're a Christian music station.
That's hilarious.
I'm having a hard time breathing.
I bet they're getting some phone calls. I bet they're getting some. Hey, you guys know what's going on?
Sam is literally crying.
I'm crying.
He is.
It's the funniest thing I've seen in my life. There's tears streaming down my
This is the
face.
funniest thing you've ever seen.
Ever in my entire life.
He is totally dying.
It's on their Facebook page, and he's just knocking down the World Trade Center.
He's getting with the chair. Like, you can't take down the Trade Center with a chair, Hulk.
Hulk Hogan can.
How did he get so big?
And how did he get such a big chair? Is it his?
Oh, that's true. Even if he was that big, who would manufacture chairs that size? Like,
Why would he do that?
Why would he knock down the World Trade Center?
Why would he celebrate the fact?
And celebrate it as if somebody was going to cheer him. Everybody was so upset that
He
day.
wants to hear the cheers. Yes, he's. Oh, that is fucking hilarious.
That's on their Facebook.
That's the biggest laugh I've had in a long fucking time. My gut hurts. Unfortunately, we got to move this along because Edgar's going to come in, and I want to get to the end of this. Frankie Edgar from UFC.
So they're playing Dead or Canadian.
Oh, dude, man, fuck.
That classics.
This bit has been worn on the ground as much as Battle of the Sexes.
Really?
Out there.
Yeah, that's a
We
good
give you
one.
the names of 3 celebrities or people you may know, and all you have to do is just guess whether they are dead or Canadian.
All right, good morning, Mix 94.9. Who's this?
Hey, it's that boy.
Oh, it's him. It's the Mix 94.9 $5,000 fugitive again.
I heard you guys talking a lot about coffee today.
We're right in the middle of a game here. Can you just get to the point so we can move on?
I bet.
How about you just hang up on the idiot?
Yeah. Let the police handle it.
$5 dumb $1,000. Gives a fuck. And these are the poor stations because
I was
other
gonna say
stations
somebody
have
in
done.
Minnesota.
Wasn't it 50,000? Well, 923 now did $10,000.
A lot of the bigger
10,000.
stations do 10, but the smaller stations have to do the 5.
Oh, God.
What's that?
An obese white woman with a normal sized black nude with a bent over on all fours with a normal sized black man shoving his head into her rectum.
Into her ass crack.
What's it say?
It says, oh, old Jen here loves to have her fart box tongue raped by darker gentlemen.
The tears are going to start flowing again. I see you're seconds away from the tears flowing
Tickled
again.
by all this.
The caption is, "Don't worry, I'm hard at work finding the fugitive," and it's a Down syndrome gentleman on a computer,
A laptop computer with a vest on.
Yes, with a little vest
Nice
on.
goatee. Nice goatee.
Yeah.
So we can move on?
I bet Fat Boy likes donuts. Don't you, Mr. Chubby Wubby? I know, though, that you're a big fan of coffee. And I'm a big fan of free. Free cable. Free internet. And, of course, free money. Your free money that I stole.
Whatever.
Oh, and by the way, thanks for the free coffee this morning, chum. And it's really good right out of the pot.
Another clue.
Wait, he's at the shell! He's at the shell!
Holy shit! Oh my God, no!
God, it's the car! It's my car! It's the car! He was right under their nose.
What? What's the show?
The 10 Sierra, it's the car! That's where they were giving out free coffee.
Wait, he's at the shell! He's at the shell!
At the Shell store. That's right. Yeah, that's for our Morning Mix Coffee Fix. It's the Shell store on
Morning
Benton
Mix
Drive. If you're
Coffee
near that
Fix.
place, get down there right now and call us up if you're anywhere close to that. It's right by Benton Drive, right by Benton Drive. So get over there. Right, we're going to continue with Dead or Canadian here as soon as we get somebody else. It's the fugitive.
I've seen that one. Sadly, I've seen that.
The prolapse. No Facebook photo montage is complete without a prolapsed asshole.
Oh, shit.
I love what Jocktober has evolved into. We play the clips, we goof on them for a second, and then we laugh at what they've done to the Facebook.
Yeah, I haven't even heard the audio in the last 15 minutes. I'm just looking at Facebook.
The money.
And they're squeezing in all their other sponsors.
That's hilarious, the way they keep saying it properly.
Yeah. Well, you got to make sure that, nobody
Two
thinks
more
it's
clips
unfair.
before we get
Mixed coffee.
Frankie
That's what I
Edgar
was
in.
about to say. The mixed
Great.
coffee fix at the Shell station.
That's
It's the
great.
mixed coffee fix at the Shell.
Oh, God.
Look at those teeth.
It's young Anthony.
Aw. The morning show going for another outrageous topic before the fugitive returns to ruin it.
Who has a fantastic bank that has good interest rates and no fees? Give us a call, 251-5695, 251-KMXK.
Morning, Mix 94.9.
Well, if it isn't Fat Boy and Hyena Girl, two most pathetic heroes ever.
Watch out. I will tear you apart.
Don't push her. Trust me, I know.
You keep telling me you're so smart. How is it that you haven't figured out who I am yet?
Because you haven't given me any clues as to who you are. I asked everybody that I saw with a purse yesterday.
Maybe that lump of dumb sitting across from you has infected your brain.
Nice.
That's hilarious.
Yes, Fat Boy, put down the Casey's breakfast pizza and get ready, because I'm giving you what you want.
Excellent. Where are you right now? That's exactly what I want.
No.
Casey's
No,
breakfast.
not going to get that. But you are going to get another poem.
Good.
Roses are red wherever I roam. This weekend will feel like I'm coming home. You can wear a suit or even a bikini. Just don't forget to buy me a martini. I'm out, losers!
Where is he? Bikini Martini?
He said another poem too, so he's obviously been we've fast
Jimmy
forwarded.
warned you that they would do a lot of poems. He did warn you. Jimmy knows.
He's been eerily prescient.
We've heard this bit. It's done the exact same way every fucking time.
Hilarious.
One more clip, thank God, and we say goodbye to Jocktober for today. Mix 94.9 in St. Cloud, Minnesota. After over 3 weeks of fugitive calls.
God, 3 fucking weeks.
I swear to God, it's been over 3 weeks since they've been doing this.
He's still surprising the jocks, so they're still surprised.
Oh, yeah.
Holy shit.
Oh, hey, we got another call here. Might be some more Trivia Hounds. Cool. Hello, Mix 94.9.
Cool.
Well, if it isn't the dimwit duo, Fat Boy and Hyena Girl.
Yeah. What do you got, Mix 94.9, $5,000 fugitive? What's up?
You two do realize I still have your life.
Yes.
And I still have your money.
Don't they have a
Your little
screener?
game is going to end in jail, I hope you know.
Oh, you know I love...
For stealing 5,000, I doubt it.
Yeah, I don't think he'll really go to jail.
Probably
It's-
maybe probation,
Especially
right?
since it seems the station's playing along with it. I think he
Yeah.
has a good defense.
Yeah.
And lastly, don't they have a phone screener? So he's like, hey, maybe it's a trivia person on the phone. And it's like, no, it's the fugitive. And then if the fugitive was using his own voice on the screener call, why don't they record those so you can get his real voice? See, I don't think they're really trying.
It's going to end in jail, I hope you know.
Oh, you know I love games. From Soho down to Brighton. I must have played them all, but you ain't seen nothing like me in any amusement hall.
Hey, wait a minit. Recognize that.
And that's all you get.
Oh, do
Nothing
ya?
fails, pioneers.
Pinball Wizard.
No!
What the fuck was that? No!
Pinball wizard,
Bobo.
so pinball machine.
Yeah.
People are just posting pictures of Bobo on their Facebook.
Oh, no. Bobo's dick has made it onto the Facebook page.
That's the cock shot that Bobo posted on Twitter.
Yes.
And it says, "Oh, Bobo, don't go off half cocked."
And how lazy are they over there that no one has told them their Facebook page has been completely taken over? There it is, Jay. That's from yesterday.
That's not going to work.
With the shit.
That's the guy jacking off with a handful of shit.
That's not going to work.
Yeah, now they must not check their Facebook. How many people do they have following them on Facebook?
I'm going to guess 80,000.
No, it's 5,400.
5,400. 80,000 was a little high.
Oh.
Oh.
You guys want to play the Bobo fugitive call? Cause it's,
yeah.
So then we mock this stupid bit, right, Vic? And one of our guys that does a little radio with us who thinks he's a massive fucking star. Holy shit, leave me the fuck alone. He called in as the fugitive.
Oh, nice.
Listen
But
to this.
he's a little dim-witted.
A little?
So yeah, he's fucking retard. So you had a little trouble holding character.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
right.
Listen to this.
A fugitive. Can I ask you, what borough of New York do you live in now?
No, I live in Queens.
What's happening, fugitive?
Yeah, what happened, fugitive?
Nothing. I actually, the dog had just walked a little bit too. The dog walked a little bit too.
Took him 15 seconds to realize he broke his character.
The dog. It was the dog.
That's the point of that phone call.
Is that
God.
fucking
Isn't
hilarious?
that wonderful?
Oh God, the pictures that are.
Yeah, they're killing these people.
No one's telling. Think of the person that from the station that first goes to the site and goes,
What is this?
"What the fuck happened?"
Hey, fellas, it's Minnesota. You guys, something's weird's going on.
It's
on
the
our
Facebook fugitive.
So, Sam, you're right. Today's Jocktober was terrific.
It didn't disappoint.
We had to do
No,
one
that was
fugitive.
good.
This whole
have
week
to.
has not disappointed.
Yeah.
You're right. Who's tomorrow?
I don't know. There's a lot of pressure.
Tears in
getting
the
to-
eyes. It's going to be tough to top tears in the
Yeah,
eyes.
that Hulk Hogan thing.
That is really
It's fucking
really
hilarious.
I think that gets award
Yeah.
for best Facebook comment of the week.
Yeah,
and there's been
that's
so
fucking
many.
great.
Plus, what's great about this is that they haven't realized what's going on with their Facebook yet.
No.
So there's hundreds, if not thousands, of comments. They can't, like, if you're deleting them as they come, that's one thing. But you can't go back and go through thousands of. They're gonna have to shut their Facebook page down.
Yeah, they really are just gonna have to start from scratch.
Yeah.
Holy shit, is that good?
Fucking hilarious.
Oh my
Just
god.
because these
That's
people have no
pathetic.
idea this is coming.
No.
No,
They have
that's why
no
it's so great.
idea.
They just go to work. And they're just sitting there doing their show, and all of a sudden,
All of a sudden, a man is masturbating with shit.
On their Facebook
Check
page.
our Facebook page.
He looks like guitar.
Hulk Hogan is tearing down the World Trade Center on their Facebook.
Wait, go down a little bit lower. What's the cow one?
that's a mugshot of a black man in a cow outfit.
Yeah, I remember seeing that guy.
And it says one of Jen's fuck toys was caught as the fugitive.
Dude, one of our pals, Puddle of AIDS, he says the best part, the Facebook comments show up on their station's website.
No.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, even better.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Yeah, that's a good one. Then.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to have a staff meeting.
Yeah.
I smell staff meeting.
Where are the recent
Where is it? No.
up top? Fugitive.
See it. I don't see it on the main
see.
page.
Wasn't there a fake crime? Yeah, look, did they actually take pictures and fake the crime scene?
I think they Google image
The hunt for the
crime
yeah.
scene.
Oh, really? That's not an actual picture from the crime
The
scene?
hunt for the fugitive.
That's what I mean. You know what I meant.
No, I know.
They've gone this far.
Trust me, I know.
There's
I
some
just
tape.
fucking with you.
There's some
Fucking with
tape.
Now, here's my question: do you guys want me to follow this?
Yes.
Until it's found?
Yes.
Oh, you
Yes,
have to.
I have to see who it is.
how this
We at least want the big conclusion.
All right,
I
fair
have
enough.
to see if they catch him.
Or if he just runs away with the money.
What happened?
Yeah.
We know
Or if Hulk Hogan takes down the World
I
Trade
hope
Center.
that-
Maybe Hulk Hogan will take down the fugitive with a steel chair.
I hope there's a long gun battle
Yeah,
that is,
oh, yeah.
happens when they track down the fugitive. He actually is a homicidal maniac, just firing at them. Oh, Jesus Christ.
There's a thing that says Anthony's Angels, and then it's
And
three
black chicks
women.
showing their titties.
Yeah.
Titty titties. All right, Vic Henley. Tomorrow night at the Bridge Street Live.
Yes. Segueing from titty.
Yeah.
In Collinsville, Connecticut. Vic Henley, funny fuck, man. If
thanks.
you're in the area, especially, go see him. And it's Vic Henley on Twitter.
Next weekend, I'll be in Pittsburgh, too. I want to play that 2222 Pittsburgh Improv, November 3 through 5, Stress Factory, New Brunswick.
Perfect.
Their Facebook is now vulgar.
It's a Christian. Fucking.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Those aren't swastika.
They're stealing one of my logos.
It's an L and an F, not a swastika.
It is.
Hoagie Boy.
There's Hoagie Boy.
Hoagie Boy.
Long live the sex bagel is what the caption says.
Hack radio
Oh,
written
God, yeah,
over and
just-
over again.
Have a whole face makes another appearance.
The whole face is really hitting these Twitter pages.
I'm masturbating with reckless abandon and mayo for lube thinking of Jen. Here's your few.
Good call, you rock.
Yeah, brother.
We're on to a whole nother trip, man. During the Facebook attack that we had nothing to do with.
Right.
We didn't really. I
No,
mean,
not at all. Zero.
They're going to do what they're going to do.
It's a grassroots thing, you know. The listeners,
Yeah, they like
take it
to
upon themselves.
They like to occupy Facebook pages, Anthony.
Yeah.
Fuck that Occupy Wall Street when you can occupy someone's Facebook page.
Not just someone.
Yeah,
You know, right.
And someone posted a picture we've never seen that has made us all laugh. Probably the hardest we have laughed in a fucking long time,
Wow.
man. Sam was actually crying. He was laughing
Bawling.
so hard. Bawling.
I don't know who would come up with this idea to even do this.
It's such a great idea, though.
It's hilarious.
It's Hulk Hogan basically taking out the Twin Towers in
Yeah.
a 6-picture montage.
Not the tag team, the Twin Towers. The building, the Twin Towers. The
Yeah.
World Trade Center.
Right. Yeah.
Well, I'm assuming, that's the world champion right there. The Twin Towers.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're wearing a belt. You can see if you look closely. I can see the belt.
So the first picture, we're going to have Frankie Edgar in a few minutes.
It's on his
but-
way, yeah.
Oh, he is? Okay.
To the place.
The first picture is the towers on fire with the smoke, the famous picture.
Yeah.
And Hulk Hogan is ready to hit it over the fucking head with a steel chair.
He's rushing. He's running after this steel
Now,
chair.
keep in mind, he is the same size, if not slightly larger, than the World Trade
Yeah,
Center.
he's about to hurdle the Williamsburg Bridge.
Yeah. It's
They
a
made
fair
him
match.
Very big.
It's a fair match
It is.
here.
It is.
It's not a goof match.
But it's a handicap match because there's two buildings.
Yeah.
That's true. It is a handicap match.
But that second shot he gives him now.
Yeah.
The
after
big
the
boot?
chair. He's giving him the big boot.
The big Hulk Hogan boot.
And of course, it causes the building to burst into flames.
Yeah,
right.
From the big boot. And then what appears to be just a smoldering, a plume of smoke coming up from Lower Manhattan.
Because the towers have collapsed. at this point.
Yeah.
Because of Hulk Hogan.
And
of course.
Hogan is now pointing and taunting
Right.
at what used to be the Twin Towers.
Well, he's hulking up as the Twin Towers
Yes.
collapse.
Right. From the Brooklyn side. He's over in Brooklyn now.
Now he's back over in Brooklyn.
He's in Brooklyn now.
He got across the river.
I think the fourth picture is what made Sam start crying because now he's looking for approval.
Right. That's my favorite one. Norton's favorite was the big boot. My favorite is number 4 with the listening.
He's acting as if people will be as happy as they were when he took out the earthquake. Right. That they hated the World Trade Center, and he's reaching to his ear with that palm as if he's going to hear a standing ovation that Hulk Hogan, with his big boot, has taken down the World Trade Center.
Why would he expect that?
I mean, people may not remember this, but when the World Trade Centers came down, everybody was so upset about it.
Yes, no one was cheering.
Not
like
one.
that. Not there.
Not
anyway.
there.
Not here,
No.
right.
Now,
not even on the Brooklyn side.
No, not even in the Brooklyn side.
Maybe in Queens.
Then he's back in Lower Manhattan. Somehow he got back across the river, and he is standing in what remains.
He's
Just the wreckage.
Right, the rubble.
The rubble of the towers. And he's doing that thing where he flexes his bicep on one arm and then shoots his hand
straight up to
forward,
heaven.
straight up.
And his facial expression, his bandana's off.
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
panting as if he's just been in the battle of his life, as if he's just finished slamming Andre the Giant in the Pontiac Silverdome.
Right.
As he stands in the rubble.
He was in the people's battle. He
Yes.
did this for the people, obviously.
Clearly
Yes.
for the people.
Clearly for the people.
And then
the last
to sum it up, yes, the last picture,
which could be my favorite.
This is the one we didn't discuss before.
Yes. If you remember the giant plumes of smoke flying out from between the buildings as the people ran down the West Side Highway and whatnot.
Literally running for their lives.
Yes, running for their lives from the clouds of smoke that were now coming from the buildings.
Yeah.
Well, they're running. The smoke is there, but also the Hulkster is peeking around a corner of the building, looking very angry.
And very angry and confused, like, why would you run away from this? I did this for you.
I just defeated the villainous World Trade Center towers.
Yes, and they're
having no clue that this might be a problem.
They're screaming. The people are screaming and running for their lives.
He's looking around the corner like, what the fuck did I have to do to impress you people?
Because in Hulk Hogan's mind, all the civilians and first responders were the heels, and he was the babyface.
Yes, he's the babyface.
I'm now getting word that this is a YouTube video.
All right.
I thought I've seen it all for the most part.
Let me look
this
up,
thing's been out there a while.
How could this be
And
a
also,
YouTube
an update by I don't know, a bunch of people, I guess. The Facebook page is officially down.
Oh, it's gone.
It's gone.
That's how many Facebook pages now?
That's the third one this week.
Together again.
Uh-oh.
I don't know what. Oh, that must be still listening live.
Oh.
Hulk Hogan attacks the World Trade Center.
Oh,
here it is. Oh, nice.
It's the song.
Well, the lyrics to the song are "I am a real American," but the visuals are the single most unpatriotic thing that's ever happened.
Why is E-Rock laughing? What?
It is the photo montage.
What's up, E?
Why are you running away? I did this for you.
Yeah.
Well, that's the look.
I'm a hero.
Look,
There
what
it
the
is.
fuck's wrong with you people?
I'm a hero. And then it loops
It's
again.
just a loop
Okay,
of the
same thing you
That's-
tell me.
It's still funny, man.
So Hulk Hogan, the way it worked was Hulk Hogan came running towards the World Trade Centers with
Yeah.
a giant steel chair.
Yeah.
He smacked Tower 1, and then Tower 2 got hit with the big boot. As the towers were coming down, he pointed at them and started hulking up as if, you better not come back from that.
Yeah.
Then, as the towers collapsed, he reached for his ear so he could listen to the cheers from the crowd.
Yes.
As the rubble hit the ground, he stood in the rubble and posed as if he was a hero. And then,
Hero pose.
and then when the people ran away as they tried to live, he peeked around the corner as if to say, "Where are you going? I did this for you."
That Hulkster.
He's just so confused.
Rumor has it he's in the building today too.
Yes, he is in the
today?
building.
Oh,
Yeah.
God. I heard
We
it
better,
yesterday.
we better
Well,
look
no,
out.
he did Howard yesterday, and he's doing every show except Opie and Anthony.
He won't do
you
the
know
show?
what?
He won't
Fuck
even.
Hulk Hogan.
He won't even do an interview with me.
No,
Enough
no.
already with this Hulk
Why?
Hogan.
I don't know. I said
We
let me
treat him-
record an interview with him,
Fuck him.
and it won't even air on Opie and
Pissed off,
Anthony. I'll
brother.
put it on
What is
special
he
delivery of
pissed
the
off
after show,
about?
and they said he wants nothing.
I guess because we had his
nothing to
wife
do.
on, right?
He's only
I
hurting.
don't know.
He's only hurting
It's his
himself.
publicist, I think.
We've had his
whatever.
dopey daughter on with her stupid music. Do our fucking
God.
show.
But is
You
it-
owe us at this point.
Is it him or his publicist?
I believe it's his publicist.
Yeah, it might not be him.
It's him. I know these things. I know these things.
Yeah, do another Rent-A-Center commercial.
Is Frankie Edgar here?
Yeah, he just got.
Oh, good. Let's get him
Oh
in.
yeah, yeah. What are we doing?
Vic
Yeah,
Henley
man.
is killing for us
man.
today as Frankie comes into studio. Vic Henley's going to be at the Bridge Street Live in Collinsville, Connecticut tomorrow night.
Oh,
Thanks,
yeah.
boys. Yes, absolutely.
You're hilarious, dude. I've never seen you stand up. I got to get out there and check
Well,
you
you
out.
know, one of these
Collinsville
days-
a little too far for me, but
I don't
get-
recommend it. I say stay here.
All right. I'll see you soon, though, bro.
You're not leaving, Vic, are you?
No.
No. I'm just making sure he gets his plugs in. Frankie Edgar, welcome to the show.
Frankie.
I wasn't expecting
How
you to
you
be wearing
doing,
a
man?
suit.
Yeah,
Look at that.
doing a whole media day thing.
Are you doing TV too?
I think I'm doing MMA Live, ESPN. So
Oh, nice.
I gotta look the part.
Now you're a Jersey guy your whole life. Jersey guys are fucking tough, man. Like I'm not. I'm a Jersey guy. And I'm
Yeah,
fucking,
yeah. Why'd you say that, knowing that you are from
I meant
Jersey?
other guys from Jersey, but you probably take a better punch than I've ever seen anybody take.
Yeah, I don't know if that's the best compliment, but yeah, I guess, it's been working out for me. All right.
We don't
Yeah, as long
understand.
as you could. Yeah, well, obviously you got to be able to take one.
Yeah, we don't understand how you guys
going to
can
get hit.
take those punches. I just don't get it. And every time we ask you guys, you say it's in the training and all that.
Yeah, I don't sit there and let my training partners hit me too often. But
Right.
I think it has to do with your conditioning. If you're well conditioned, you can get beat up and bounce back. pretty
One of
fast.
those hits would just fucking crush us.
Yeah.
Maynard hits fucking hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a really big dude, and he has a tremendous uppercut. And he hurt you. It looked like he hurt you bad in the first round. Like I figured you were finished in the first round, and in the last fight, the first round was rough for you.
Yeah, the last two fights, both the first rounds, he beat me up pretty good, and I don't know if I'm a slow starter or he's just a fast starter, but yeah, he hit me with some good shots.
So what like? Are you worried you're gonna like lose in the first round? You're like, I'm finished. This is done.
Yeah, well, this second fight, I was like, man, I can't believe this happened again.
Oh,
I just
man,
went to
right?
this, the last fight, so. Yeah, I just, it was kind of good that I guess it happened the last fight because, I was in a familiar position, so I just kind of toughed it out.
What's your record? Are you 13-1?
14.
1-1, and the only loss was to that guy Maynard, and the draw was to him. So
Right.
it's nice you finally beat him.
Wow.
Yeah, it was good to get, I guess get the monkey off my back.
Yeah, huh?
Did you handle losing well the first time?
No, I mean, I was tough. I was depressed for a while. It's always tough to, you probably gets hurt, man. You walk around town, everyone knows you lost. It's like some people have a bad day at work, nobody knows about it. I have a bad day at work, everybody knows about it.
If you see that guy, I've always wondered when two guys who respect each other and can do that, if you lose to him or you beat him, when you look at each other, do you both know like does he kind of have one up on you, or do you still see each other as equals?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like, I guess when someone beats me, it's like, you kind of walk around with your head down. I mean, that's how I feel. I don't know how he takes a loss, though.
Yeah, I don't think I can handle that. I think the embarrassment of losing would stop me from fighting.
Really?
Yeah. That's why I'm afraid to fight. I'm not even afraid of getting hit. I'm just afraid of being embarrassed and losing in front of people.
I think that's my biggest fear. I could deal with getting hit and bumps and bruises, but losing sucks, for sure.
See, it's guys like us from Jersey. It's the way we are. We just don't like to be embarrassed. We don't mind getting hit.
But as long as you don't fall awkwardly as you're being knocked out, I don't see where you would be actually embarrassed, because it's part of the sport.
Because I would get hit once, and I would probably go, like, "Oh my god!" and I would probably shit as I fell.
That
just
would be
explained
embarrassing.
it. That would be embarrassing.
That would be
for
very
everybody.
embarrassing.
Yes.
So it sounds like you had like an Ali Frazier super fight thing with this guy. You beat him once, he beat you once, and then a draw.
Yeah.
So there's got to be another one.
There's got to be one more. There really has to
We
be.
have to solve this.
I think Vic's right.
I'm gonna,
down the road.
We'll see
though.
down the road. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to move on. Trade for someone else, but we'll see down the road. It definitely has a storybook to it. So.
Would you find it? Well, really, it is bookended with one win each and the draw. You don't see that many draws in professional fights anymore. You just don't see it.
Yeah, no, especially 5-round fight. It's tough to come up with a draw, but yeah, it happens. So, maybe 2 years, something like that.
Did you guys go the distance every time?
Not this last.
I mean, the
time.
first two times.
Yeah, the first 2 times. Yeah.
Now, did you feel that the second fight was a draw?
I thought I won. I thought he definitely beat me up the first round, but I thought I won the last 4. So I thought I did enough to win. But the judges didn't see it that way.
I always wonder when guys, like, I'll watch a fight and I'll see one guy beat, and it's boxing is the same as well. When you watch one guy obviously beat another guy, at the end they both throw their arms up. Like, it's like, you wonder why certain people, like when you've obviously lost, why do they do that? Is it just an instinct? Are they trying to do they think they won, or are they just trying to push the judges?
Yeah, I think it's the whole, you got to look like you won if you want the judges to think you won. But, sometimes. I remember that happened with my Maynard, the first Maynard fight. I definitely lost that one, and my coach was like, "Put your arms up." I'm like, "Man, come on."
Good for you, man. Good for you.
He said to do that, but you knew you had lost the fight?
Yeah, I felt they lost. Yeah.
Oh, wow. So, now that shiner there on your eye, obviously, when that happened,
obviously supper was cold.
Yeah. When that happened,
was he laughing? Okay.
Yeah.
Were you thinking like, wow, that's going to leave a mark?
Yeah. At the time it happens, not thinking of it, but man, I had a little cut on my eyelid too, so blood was dripping in my eye, so hard to see. So that's not always fun.
Yeah, you didn't. You looked physically. You look terrible. I mean, your face because
Jimmy's used to hearing that himself.
No, but I mean, like after that first round, man, he is a fucking fast starter.
Oof.
And that Maynard punches really hard. I was a miracle. I couldn't believe you made it out of that round, and then I couldn't believe when you were started to like recoup in the second round. I'm like, that to me was the most impressive part. It wasn't even winning. It was that you started to like back him off in the second round and started to win the fight.
Yeah, I even when I felt like, even when I kind of was on Queer Street, say with the first round, I was able to hit him with some shots. But
you see Queer Street?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
I live there.
Jimmy drives down there.
He gets confused sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes I get confused.
Does that push you though when somebody's like gets a first round in like that on you? Do you start thinking like, I gotta really like give it my all right now? Or this is over?
I guess when you get rocked, you really don't see the whole picture. But I know like I lost that round, so I know I got to start. But the good thing is the first round. I got 4 rounds to hopefully catch up. But you don't want to make a habit of this, obviously.
And is he? Do you notice if he's like scoping out that eye and trying to knock it some more?
I would hope he is.
Really?
I think I would. Be looking.
Oh,
at
that is just it's just a brutal thing when you see like a fighter with a cut head, eye, whatever, and the other guy's just like, now that's my target. That's what I'm just going to consistently keep pounding on. Ooh. Raw meat.
He kept kind of coming at me with open hands, and I don't think he was intentionally trying to poke me, but I kept telling the ref.
Oh, right, okay, yeah.
Keep his fingers on my eyes. I couldn't see out of this eye. I don't want him to poke my good eye. Then I'd be screwed. So.
What weight do you fight at?
I fight 155.
Are you going to go down or no?
In the future, we'll see what happens. But right now, I'm the champ. I think I'm gonna defend this title at 55. A couple more times. But I'm a small 55er. I'll probably weigh 160. Most of the guys come down from 75 plus.
Wow, really?
Yeah. So I can make 145, and it's just the whole mystique having 2 titles is interesting to me.
Now, how do you get, because you're a wrestler, you're a Jersey guy at Tom's River, and you're wrestling in high school. How do you start to pick up martial arts? Do you do that because you want to fight professionally, or do you start doing that and then say, oh, I could fight professionally with this?
Yeah, well, I graduated college and the Ultimate Fighter show.
You're the only one in this room, by the way.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Oh, shit, you did. That's right.
I know.
Me too.
I know it doesn't sound like it, but yeah, I graduated college.
Right. And Sam, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Just me and Anthony.
Two pieces of shit in here.
Way to lump us into your shit.
I tried to make the whole room dummies. It's just me and Anthony.
So yeah, I went from there, and I wanted to keep competing. I didn't feel like wrestling anymore on that level, at least. So I started training, and I fought 2 weeks after. I didn't know if it was going to be my profession, but I knew it was something I wanted to do.
Rogan told us about something that you have to be careful of on the mat is getting your face mushed on the mat because people pick up face herpes from having
holy Jesus.
Because someone gets their lip or something mushed on the mat, and then your face is pushed on it. He said he washes with soap and just stands there for a full minute dripping with soap in the shower. You worried about that? That's been freaking me out since Joe told me that.
Face herpes? Yeah, I think I'd be worried about that.
Yeah, I worry about that too.
But you've never heard of that before? Is Rogan just fucking with us?
No, I mean there's mat herpes we call it, wrestling. Yeah, you can get something like that.
Staph infections and all that.
Staph is bad. Yeah,
Staph is bad.
Jimmy's worried about that. Yet he'll stick his face in a hooker's ass.
I mean, that is kind of the interesting part of me, isn't it?
It's only the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah, I would be afraid to fight him, but I'm not afraid of a tranny cutting me with a box cutter. That just,
He kind of likes that.
I'm joking. I kid. By the way, why are we looking at a Dana White doll? This is fucking hilarious. It's a little short miniature, and is this like a new line they have?
Yeah, I think the round 5 collector's dolls.
Oh yeah.
UFC. It's age 5 plus, the ultimate collector, and it's just Dana with his arms folded.
It is like
plus. It doesn't have a pull string where it curses, does it?
It should.
Yeah, man. If you don't like it, get the fuck out of the UFC. Wow, Dana, this is an exciting action figure. I would love to tell Dana, if you're going to make an action figure, you don't fold the arms.
Yeah, well,
you want to use the arms.
You want to use the arms,
and you want to have it. The fighters. Not like the boss, because that's what he's doing. He's just standing there.
They got reporters, actually.
Reporters, too?
Yeah.
The whole collection, really. Seriously. No fighters.
No fighters. Hey, look, I'll give you 2 reporters for a Dana's driver. Yeah, Dana's driver?
Right.
That really is I love
lighting
Dana.
tech.
But that is not an exciting doll. I'm going to tell he should be doing something and not like pointing and screaming or holding a microphone or doing something.
Yeah.
And Dana loves how you fight there, Frankie.
Yeah,
what did he call you? The number 2 best pound for pound fighter, right?
Yeah, that's what he said at the
that's
press
pretty
conference.
Impressive.
Yeah, it's not, but for real, for me, it's it's opinion based. Pound for pound rankings. Obviously, you can't have a heavyweight and a lightweight fight. See who's really the better fighter. But yeah, it's always nice when I guess your boss recognizes you're doing work. So it's cool.
He put you in number 2, and Sherdog put you I think at number 4, which is still amazing. Who'd they put ahead? I mean, obviously Silva I think was first.
Yeah, Silva, probably George or John Jones or Jose Aldo.
Oh, okay.
St. Pierre.
Yeah.
What's the best part working for Dana?
Well, for Dana, he's just a normal guy. I mean, he's the head of this big,
with a shitload of money.
Yeah,
yeah, and he's like a street dude. So that's why he's not no bullshit with him.
Yeah, I've kind of noticed that too. It's like you don't hear guys calling out their own fighters or anything like that, but Dana will do that if he doesn't like when he didn't like Silva's performance. He fucking said it. He kind of called him out. He wouldn't put the belt on him.
Gave Brock Lesnar a talking to.
Oh boy, did he?
That's pretty brave.
That's bold.
Yeah.
That's brave.
Bold.
That was a funny one though, man.
I think he probably screams at fighters too. I don't think he takes any shit. It's like I know if Brock did something and I was running UFC, I'd probably go, look, please don't do that again. If you have to, you have to. I mean,
I understand.
I'd kind of rather you didn't.
But the fighters respect him.
Yeah, I guess they do, right?
Yeah,
In general?
I think for the most part, yeah.
For the most part.
Yeah.
But there's a few things about him.
Well, I mean, for me, he's cool, man.
Okay.
You know, he's cool. I got no beef with him, but yeah, some guys do. I mean, Tito. You know, I'm sure you heard the whole Tito beef of him. You know, they came up together and they got their differences, but
Are they friends again?
I think they are.
And he said he has problems with Dan Henderson too. Like they won't talk for a while, and then like he'll text him something, and then he'll get back a text. What do you want, Fatso? Like that's how they talk to each other. That's Dan calling him Fatso.
I thought they were calling Bob Kelly.
You know what, dude? All right, let me ask you something here, because you've only lost once professionally. What can somebody say to you after you've lost and you're walking that is comforting? Like not a trainer or a friend, but what can some stranger say to you that will mean anything?
I don't think anything. I don't think there's anything that a stranger could say to you. You know, even if they're trying to be nice, I guess, you know, keep, you know, I guess the whole cliche, keep your head up, man, don't worry about it, you'll be back, something like that. But I don't think there's nothing that could really comfort you at that point.
Do you think if you lost a fight, like badly, like if in the first or second round you got beaten up badly and lost, would you feel better if somebody said, hey, man, hey, great job, Frankie?
Yeah, no, I wouldn't. I wouldn't.
All right, good.
I'm like, what were you watching? You know, like, yeah, that wouldn't be cool.
We had a friend who did that too. After Lesnar beat up Frank Mir, we were back there and he walked by and our friend Bob goes, hey, "Good job, Frank." Like he wasn't being a dick, but he just didn't know what to say.
Frank's face was rearranged, and he's saying this to him.
Oh, he got a tremendous beating. He got a tremendous savaging.
Yeah.
But our friend is kind of stupid. So what do you take time off after you win? Do you like not fight for a while, or what do you do?
Yeah, I mean, well, you know, you fight about 2 to 3 times a year on the average. But I'll get back into training next week. You know, I don't take too much time away from the gym.
What is your most powerful submission, do you think?
Submission, you know, probably guillotine. You know?
Yeah, I've gotten that done before. Me and Kane had a whole thing. But I get. By the way, do you have an action figure?
I do. I do.
Why didn't you bring? Who brought this?
Yeah, we want to see yours.
Did you bring this?
I didn't bring that. Nah. No, Jim brought it.
Oh, Jim Byrne. Oh, okay. I bet you Dana gives this to the fighter coach. No, this is the one everybody's going to want. That's right. Fuck the Liddell. They're not going to want the Liddell. They're going to want me with my arms folded. If you pull the string, it goes. Jesus Christ, Dana. I just can't get over this.
Yeah, what did
I don't know.
Some fighters.
But I guess there's a whole collection of them. And you're promoting UFC 137, which is St. Pierre versus Condit.
Yeah.
And when is that happening? It's October the 29th. I don't know why I'm asking you when I'm reading it like an idiot. And The Ultimate Fighter, Wednesday at 10 o'clock, you're promoting on Spike TV. I've watched the first 2. It's good this year. It's
man, these little guys, man, they, you know, I'm a little guy, so they can scrap.
What weights are they doing? They're doing up to 145 there?
Yeah, I think they're doing 35 and 45, bantam and featherweight.
You know how tall are you?
5'6".
You know how fucking embarrassing it is? I'm about his height, maybe, you know, I might have him by an inch, and I weigh about 165, and I outweigh you by 10 pounds, and it's just fucking humiliating.
He's in shape.
He's in shape.
Nah, but it's more than just being in shape.
He doesn't treat himself for having a good TV appearance.
Little treats.
Dude, last night...
Jimmy loves his treats.
He treats himself. This is the weird thing is, it's a lot of treats. But
this is
he must be doing real
Various
well.
kinds or one thing specifically?
When he has a good TV appearance, he'll treat himself.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but
Jimmy will tell you.
This is what shit I am. I had a good one, but the night before I stopped not treating myself because you know what? The plane didn't crash. So now I'm eating fucking like Raisinets like a fatso, and I got to go on TV the next day. I don't care. I'm kind of finished.
Jimmy.
It's gonna be fucking disgusting.
Yeah, I wouldn't call you a little guy when you said you were. I would not call this.
No,
a little
Jimmy
guy.
called you a little guy.
No, I don't.
No, he said himself. He said I'm a little
you
guy.
did?
He said,
Yeah.
Oh no!
Thanks.
No way. No.
Fuck that.
So how about the girls? You're a married man, and I understand
I'm
that.
a married man.
But are there like groupies for this time? Imagine there are, because every chick loves a guy who can fight. I've heard.
I mean, you know, I hear a little bit, and I try to, you know, my wife's always around, so. You know.
But if you weren't married, you'd probably have a lot of opportunities. Like guys that aren't married, do you see them?
Yeah, I'm sure the opportunities are there. Yeah.
What are they called? In every sport, they're called something.
I don't know.
The women that hang around.
You know, I don't know, man. I feel like there's more fanboys than there are groupies. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That's the
wow.
bad thing.
Yeah, it is kind of one of those situations. It's like one of our dumb appearances when we go to the Hard Rock and there's 3 girls in the audience. Wrestling like
Everybody
guys in
has
200 4XL shirts.
It's good to know we're doing well, but fuck. It'd be nice to see a set of hits every once in a while.
It really is enraging when you look out and you just see a sea of fucking disgruntled men. Just a bunch of
that would have no problem beating us up if we said the wrong thing.
But just angry, fucking self-hating men. Now, a lot of the same guys that go to UFC, they're just aggressive men. That's the fans that we have. And they're great fans, and they're hardcore, and they'll come to every appearance, and they come to fights. But I just want to see some fucking vaginas out there once in a while.
Something, right?
At least you guys got ring girls. You're not
Yeah.
allowed to bang the ring girls, are you?
Yeah, I don't know. I probably
frowned
against
upon.
company policy. Yeah.
But it's frowned upon. They
Why,
are
though?
fucking hot, though. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why would that be a problem?
Human
resources.
Something, a little wink on the way in. Or maybe if the guy sees a guy fucking around with her, he gets pissed and jealous and jumps into the crowd. It starts like wailing on somebody.
That would be just my luck, too. I'd come back and some fucking guy who could really fight would be hitting on my chicks. Like, what do you do?
Yeah.
You can't muscle them out.
No.
Like, hey, look, if you got to fuck her, just make it quick. I'm on the meter outside, if you don't mind, sir.
Did you get in a lot of fights just like on the street growing up or anything?
Yeah. I live in Toms River. That's right over the bridge from Seaside. So you know how that goes.
Okay, yeah. So
What
there
do you-
were,
are they
there were a
drunks?
few episodes.
Yeah, drunks are just people that from somewhere else to come down. They want to start trouble.
And before, obviously it was before UFC. Were you good? Did you kick ass?
Yeah, I did okay.
Did you win the state championship?
Yeah.
Did you win the state?
I took second.
Took
state.
second. All right, there you go. That's pretty
yeah.
good.
It's that stuff. Like some people are just naturally good fighters.
Yeah, but you probably get beat up a lot, too. Like, because I was watching something on you, some kind of like a smaller documentary, and your mother was even saying that you've got, when you're small, people pick on you, and when they pick on you, you got to fight.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think people they always talk about this anti-bullying stuff nowadays. I think if more kids just fought for themselves, they wouldn't get bullied.
Fight back, yeah, right.
So that was
Yeah.
my thing. You mess with me out, I was gonna fight back.
I was just had a fear of getting hit. I never liked the idea of a fist.
No, it doesn't feel good.
Hitting me in the
Doesn't feel
face.
good at all.
Well, I've been hit,
But no one really
I
likes
just
that.
never like
No one
it.
likes it.
No,
yeah, but
no.
I don't like it to the point where like I probably would have fought a little more if I didn't. Like I think I backed away from quite a few. I learned to talk my way out of things.
Dude, I have the
very well.
I have the temper of somebody who's 6'8" and can fight, but I always know when to back off. Like if I'm driving and I remember one time I was on the fucking turnpike at a toll years ago before Easy Pass, and I'm sitting there and this guy in a limo fucking was pull up, did some dickhead move. I'm like, what a fucking asshole! Not realizing my passenger window was open, and then he just fucking opens the door and gets out and starts walking towards my car. So I had to just drive around and go. I had to pretend I didn't see him and roll my window up like a fucking coward.
We get mad because Club Soda Kenny's 6'5", and he knows some martial arts.
He's a black belt in 2 different
But he
martial
doesn't
arts.
take advantage of that. I'd be throwing people through windows.
Yeah, see, that's just it.
I'm
You'd be in jail.
serious.
Yeah, I'd go
Be in
vigilante.
jail.
I'd go
But
vigilante for
he's
sure.
completely the opposite, where nothing bothers him. Nothing.
You know who's a psycho? This guy we know, Happy Face. He does.
Oh,
He's a
yeah.
karate guy and he bodyguards Dice. And one time he said he was with. I think he was with his wife. And he's a fucking rageaholic. And he's in his car. And there was these 3 guys in a car next to him. They had cut him off or done something. So Happy drives up to them and through his passenger windows down. And he has a cup of coffee and he takes it and he throws it into the driver window.
What a maniac.
With 3 guys in the other car. And I'm like, what'd they do? He goes, they did nothing. Because I guess if you know a guy's with his wife and he fucking throws his coffee on 3 men, that
Wow.
there's a problem.
Yeah.
That's what a guy who can fight will do. And
That's what driving over here is bad though. That's you get a lot of that. That's where I get heated the most.
You get like
is
you
in
want,
driving
you want to choke
situations.
people.
Yeah. I wish I had a cup full of marbles. I want to throw out my window.
Yeah,
Golf balls work well.
I remember that. Yeah, there was.
So I've heard. Vic,
Sure, one of those hunting
There was a time-
slingshots with a golf
There
ball.
was a time
I've
we
heard.
were
I've heard.
golfing for a while and pretty consistently, and I had I always had golf balls in the SUV, in the cup holder, and there were a few times the cabs out there you just want to strangle these sons of bitches, and a good golf ball,
that's
man.
fabulous.
But the bad thing is if you miss, the thing's bouncing
Of
down
course.
Fifth Avenue
Clocking
for
some
a good
pedestrian.
mile and a half. It's catching air.
A drive-by golf ball.
Some poor guy from Kentucky's getting knocked in the
Got a
head.
lump on his head.
Hey, 4 motherfucker. He's laid out.
But aren't you afraid of eating fingerprints on it? Like there's fingerprints on the fucking golf
Who's
ball.
gonna what NYPD cop? How long have you been here?
I don't know.
Yeah, let's really waste our time and take this down and fingerprint it, the golf ball.
Or let's say a car fucking gets a little golf ball ding in it and fucking has a 3-car collision and kills everybody. They're gonna want to
That
know
might
what
be a
happened. How the
problem,
golf
huh?
ball get
Well,
there.
things happen.
That might be a problem,
Right.
but
What are
it
you gonna
didn't
do?
happen. So, God bless.
So
What do you want from me?
I didn't know he was that much of a chicken
I
little.
know.
Wait, really? He thought that all the way through. Where the
He
3
really
people
did.
got killed, there was a car pile up.
will you back off before you'll fight a civilian if you have to?
Yeah. I mean now, I haven't been
Yeah.
into a fight since I've been in the UFC.
But is there a card you could hand somebody so they know that you mean business?
It's like, look, Here's what you'd
Look,
be
you
dealing
really
with.
don't want to do this.
Look, could you carry your own doll around? No, look, dude, you don't want to do this.
Actually, it's a real question. Like, how do you make them understand that you could pretty much fuck their life up?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess if they don't know, you know.
But is
as
there
long as
something? Is there something you say like, "Trust me, you don't want to do this"?
Yeah, I don't know. That's
Do you ever like
sounds
brag
gay.
that you're in the
sounds
UFC?
Gay, though. Like,
No, I know.
You don't have to do it. Because usually if someone's saying that, you probably want to.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
But do you say anything like, "I'm in the UFC"?
Yeah, no, I
nothing.
mean, if I'm with somebody, I'll let them handle it. My friends, you know,
That's a
they
good
don't,
idea,
They don't
yeah.
fight. They usually handle it, take care of it. But you know, I just fear if I'm with my wife and kids and someone does something with that. 'Cause
man.
I don't know if I can control myself.
Because then you're not going to be able to control yourself, right? Yeah.
How old's the kid?
I have two boys, two and one.
Are they already throwing each other around?
They do. They get
Yeah.
after it.
You go to the playgrounds?
Do we go to the playgrounds?
Yeah.
Yeah, we take them around the parks and stuff.
Are you ready to beat up some kids and parents?
Some kids.
I'm serious.
It gets nuts. Yeah, you're right.
I have a little rage. It drives me nuts going to the playgrounds. I don't know how I'm going to keep
And he
it
doesn't even have a
inside.
kid.
Yeah. As soon as they ask him to put on his clothes and leave, he gets angry.
You got these passive aggressive kids that fuck with your kid.
No, I know. That's why I'm glad I got two boys. You know, I'll let them take care of it for the most part.
Yeah,
That is true.
My
yeah.
kid does all right,
Brothers
but you're
are good
sitting
like
there
that.
going, I'm going to fucking crack some skulls in a minute here.
Yeah, no, I hear you, man. My kid comes home with bite marks. I'm like, did you hit this kid?
Right.
You know?
Right.
I don't know if that's the right parenting, man, but
I think it is.
shit, I was
I really
told
do.
if someone hits you, hit him back. You know?
Yeah,
Someone
yeah.
tell my kids.
Yeah, it's pretty cool
tough.
too having brothers that the close in age.
Yeah.
Especially growing up
They'll take care of each
like
other.
that. My brother, I think, is 18 months older than me and very close and shit like that. You know, where if anything ever happened,
You got
one
each other's
would
back,
jump
yeah.
right in on the other one.
Exactly.
You know, not like Irish brothers though, where they beat the shit out of each other.
Yeah.
But if someone tries to step in, they'll both turn on the guy
yeah,
that
totally.
stepped in.
Right,
I
Immediately.
love- nothing funny than a couple of Irish brothers fighting in a bar. And you get some guy in there going, hey, knock it off. Then they both just start wailing on the guy. And then they're laughing at how they beat the shit out of this fucking guy.
No, my two brothers did that several times. That happened a lot.
Really?
Right?
Yeah.
And their dad's last name was Kelly.
Oh, okay.
So
There you
that might
go.
be a problem.
You just nailed it. You just totally
There
nailed
are
it.
certain
Absolutely.
stereotypes
Yeah,
that
well, you know.
do apply.
You had a violent upbringing, didn't you?
Yes, I did. Totally, yeah. So they turned on my dad and had to kick his ass and drive him away when I was a kid. Yeah. But it was fun to watch because the guy terrorized us forever. And then one day my brother at 17 went, I had enough of this fucking shit. He's not, by the time he gets out of the car, I'm clocking him in the front yard. And we watched through the kitchen window and he stomped his ass and kicked him up under the car to the point he had to get in the car and finally drive away. And we never saw him again.
Pull a Henry Hill in the driveway
He
with the
snapped his,
pistol.
no, he totally did. It was wonderful. It was one of the greatest days
Whatever
of my life.
happened to him?
He ended up in prison, then he died. So it's a great ending. It's totally wonderful all the
good.
way around. Yes,
Like
Hitler's
the end
dead.
of that.
Hitler's dead.
Why prison? What did he do?
Smuggling weed from the Keys in South America. When he disappeared, he went down to Florida and nobody knew where he was for 5 or 6 years. And then my mom came home one day and goes, well, they found your dad. And I go, where is he? Federal Penitentiary,
Wait,
Atlanta.
that was your dad you were talking
Yeah,
about? I didn't
yeah.
even catch that.
Yeah, yes.
You hear
Yeah.
how casually he said that?
I didn't even catch that was your dad. I'm thinking it was some
maniac.
shitty fucking kid in the neighborhood.
No.
Oh,
It was
your
my
father.
dad.
And
yes.
how old were you?
I was 7 at the time, and my brother
When he
was.
left
Yeah,
for
that's
good.
good. You don't
Yeah.
remember too much at
No,
7.
Seven's a rough
right-
age for your
No.
dad to leave.
You remember everything bad like that.
Maybe at
horrible
15 when
shit.
you start thinking he's an asshole, but not at 7.
Yeah. No, I knew when I was
Wow.
3 or 4. When I was 3 or 4 years old, I remember asking my brothers who were 10 and 14 or so. I'm like, "Who's this dick? Who's this
Dad.
fucking guy? Who we love each other. Everybody here is cool. Who
Damn.
the fuck is this guy?" And my two brothers going, "Well, he's your dad. He's not our dad. But don't worry, we're going to fix this. Just give me a couple of years.
Jeez, man.
So yeah,
God.
they cleaned his clock pretty good. I
Wow,
loved it. It
that's
was a wonderful
brutal.
thing.
You're so from the South.
Oh, totally. Completely white trash redneck thing. Absolutely. Yeah, my mom got pregnant at 16, had my brother when she was 17. That was with the other guy. So then she switches over.
Wow,
it's a
yeah,
long,
that's-
interesting. It's why you're a comedian. There's always something shitty and awful and dark in
Always
the
some
background.
baggage.
Yeah.
But it's amazing. The fighter had like a nice upbringing. His parents are nice people.
Yeah.
I saw them interviewed. They're like nice, normal people.
Yeah, for the most part. For the cameras, right?
Yeah, that is true. You're not going to admit stuff. Oh, we beat him a lot. No one says that on camera. That's a good point. Everybody's nice on camera. Were you abused? No, I was abused.
Nah.
But were you disciplined at least?
Yeah, you got to be. I'm the type of kid I was. I probably needed to be.
Physical discipline?
Yeah, a little bit. Nothing crazy, though. Nothing to go on Oprah about or anything.
But it's funny. It was like because they was watching. He could have had so much energy. He was hyperactive. He would and I was very hyperactive. I remember. Funny story. When I was a kid. It's not at all a funny story. Terrible story. It's a non-story. But I remember one time in school, the firemen brought the fire truck in to show all the kids. And
fun.
yeah, and I got scolded because I kept jumping in and out of the firemen's boots while they were trying to talk. They had all their boots there, and I would just jump in and out of their boots. And I was very hyperactive too, but I didn't fight. My friends and I just blew each other under the porch, and that's how that was. But I'm not gay. Trust me, I don't want to make you uncomfortable. I got that out of my system.
Jesus, you just love admitting things.
But I'm
they
not.
they told you to stop with the boots.
Just stepping in and out of the boots, looking for attention like a little asshole.
You were.
But it's like I could have wrestled and become a fighter.
Been a contender.
Yeah, it would have been nice.
Yeah,
Should have been a contender. Yeah.
But I guess for every guy that's a fighter, there's 500 guys that tried it and were terrible at it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
It's not easy. I mean, if it was easy, a lot more people would do it, probably, you know?
Yeah, I think I'd probably wind up just abusing people. I really would.
Yeah.
Or maybe you don't do it once you know you can. Maybe that causes some restraint.
Yeah, I mean, I don't go around just beating anybody up, but...
Yeah.
How about before you're professional, like when you're in high school and you could wrestle? Somebody would fuck around, would you kind of like it?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't mind tussling, because I was good at it, so... And, I was always a smaller guy. No one thought I'd be able to win.
I would have loved to be good at fighting.
Yeah, but even if you get used to fighting, there's something to be able to get hit in the face and get back up. My friend Marvin Schnoll was a fucking a buddy of mine.
I love when he uses real name.
Great name.
Schnoll. Marvin Schnoll. Schnoll. But I saw Marvin fight,
wonderful.
and he got hit but he was one of those fucking hard-headed motherfuckers who could get hit with a tire iron and get back up and fight. He just wouldn't stay down. And I watched the guy just wail his face, and I mean hard, an older kid, and Marvin's just like, is that supposed to hurt? And I couldn't believe that somebody said that to a person punching them in the face.
You would just be laid out.
Yeah, but I mean, even if you have a tough mentality, to be able to physically withstand that is...
Whatever happened to Mr. Schnoll?
I don't know. I think he's doing okay, though. He can get kids or whatever. I'm sure he's living a productive life, but...
Yeah.
Fuck, man, I can't imagine taking a punch like that.
That was my brother Mike's thing. Whenever he would recount some story where he's beat the shit out of somebody. Well, the guy hit me in the best place he could hit me, my head. Because he knew you could just clock him in the head all day long and it didn't bother him. And the look of terror on the other person's face, who just punched him in the head 4 or 5 times. He's like, yeah, really? And then would just clean their clock every single time.
That has to be demoralizing, by the way, when you hit somebody really hard. Like, you got hit really hard. I didn't think you were making it to the first round. And to hit somebody that hard and that efficiently and that many times, and then to all of a sudden have to go back in the second round and start over again.
Yeah.
Fucker.
Have you been hit to the point where you had no clue where you were?
I mean, a little bit. I've never been stopped in a fight or never been knocked out, but I definitely don't remember some minutes of my life.
Like that moment, do you kind of get like pissed at your body? Like, come on, what do you like? Stay up.
Yeah, I don't even think you realize it. I think I'm moving fine until after you see you're kind of like doing.
So you don't even know where you are.
Yeah. Wow, man, that's gotta be something.
I'm always amazed when you see the referee explaining to a fighter what happened. Like, some of these guys really don't know they've been knocked out.
Oh, right, yeah.
And it's like a lot of times they'll be like looking around and you can see them going like, what? Like they're still ready to go, but they know there's a problem because the doctor's shining a light in their eyes. Like all the external stimuli is telling them that there's been a problem, but they don't know what it is. They cannot remember. I guess you don't remember when you get knocked out, do you?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I
he's never been knocked out.
Well, hopefully never. But,
yeah,
I could see you not remembering. You see guys shooting on the referee, trying to take the referee down. They still think they're fighting. That's crazy.
I don't believe that, though. I think they know what happened, and they just want to hit one more person. And it didn't work out well with the other
They
guy.
have to leave.
They're telling us you have only a couple minutes because you have to do ESPN. So let's just promote properly. The UFC, St. Pierre versus Condit. Who else is on that card, do you know?
BJ Penn versus Nick Diaz.
Oh, you beat BJ twice, right?
Yeah, I beat BJ twice, yeah.
All right, so it's funny because BJ put me in a good... what did he put me in? An arm bar. Very unpleasant.
Sitting down.
Yeah.
Sitting down.
He didn't even stand up to hurt you.
Yeah.
For a second. Jimmy's taken some holds from some of the fighters, and it's just hilarious. And it's really a testament to how good you guys are, because you see these holds in the ring, and these guys are taking it for a while.
Yeah.
And Jimmy's like, tap like within a split second.
I just try to it's not to test them because I know they could murder me. It literally is because you watch something. It's almost like if you could go to the NBA and they say, look, you can make a 3-point shot. I'll let you do it once.
Yeah,
Just to see what it feels like.
See what it feels like to initially get into that situation.
And
Yeah,
Brock did a couple of leg things on me, which were very unpleasant. I think a heel hook and some kind of a knee bar.
Well, nothing was pleasant.
No,
You don't have to reiterate that every hold was unpleasant.
They really they all sucked a whole lot.
Silva with the kick.
Yeah, Anderson Silva kicked me a couple times. We had to ask him just because he was doing it too soft. I think, and then the third time he did it, it was like maybe a 5% or 7%. But I had a headache for 2 hours. I like it. I'm not used to being jarred.
7%.
Jesus
It's a
Christ.
cheap
Rattled
buzz.
his brain.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great. And also The Ultimate Fighter is a great show. It's where a lot of these you were were you on season 5? What was it?
No, I tried out for it. I didn't make it.
Oh, you didn't make it, right? And then you okay.
Showed them.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and you won. Did you win your first fight?
I won my first fight, yep.
Okay. I was gonna. What was you won on a submission? Am I correct?
No, I got caught in a submission. I got caught in a knee bar in my first fight.
Oh, right, but the round ran out and you didn't tap.
I
Okay,
didn't
that's
tap,
what it was.
Damn.
Yeah, he didn't. How long did he have a knee bar on you?
For like good 45 seconds.
Oh, shit. That must have seemed like 45 minutes.
Oh,
45 seconds he didn't tap.
Holy shit.
That's crazy.
You can hear all of our vaginas groaning there.
Yeah, that's
I'm just
exactly.
holding my
That's
balls.
exactly what that
That's
was.
a real
Oh, my
man.
God.
That's a real man.
Jesus Christ.
And The Ultimate Fighter is on Wednesdays at 10 o'clock on Spike TV. It's Bisping against fucking crazy Mayhem Miller this year. It's really good so far. And you can get the Dana White scolding doll is available. UFC, the Ultimate
Scolding.
Collector, and they have a bunch of
We got to
fighters
call
and
him
stuff.
tomorrow. Make fun of his
Dude.
doll.
Yeah.
All I
You
want to
have
do, from now on, every time I see him, I don't talk to him unless my arms are folded. That's how I talk to Dana. The nerve of him to put that out as an action figure.
A lack of
I
action
can scream
figure.
at him when I see him. So we wanted to know if you would do a move on me. I'll tap very quickly, but just something that. What haven't I done before? Like I don't want to do anything crazy, but just something that's easy to do.
Frankie, you got something maybe?
He's a million things. You have a suit on, so I know you don't want to get on the floor. What did Rashad put me in a couple on the
Something
floor?
he's quick with your arm, maybe, or something, you know?
Yeah.
How about like a guillotine, modified guillotine choke?
I came to put me in the guillotine, but I would take another one. What's a modified one?
I'll make something up.
Okay.
Oh, good. I'm glad I'm sitting right here.
That is what you like when dealing with your throat. A little improv.
Your air passage. A little improv with the air passage.
Good luck finding the chin, by the way, Frankie.
Okay,
Good luck with that.
Tell them what you're going to do, too, just so they know.
Yeah, I'm gonna do this modified guillotine choke. I learned that right down the street at Henzo Gracie's Academy. So
okay. I'm just trying to talk to Stall. Henzo, how is Henzo? Okay. Just tell them what you're doing.
Okay.
Pulling his head down under my arm. Instead of grab my own arm, I'm gonna grab his shoulder.
That one was this.
What? Yeah, because it hurt the right side of the neck. What is the modified version? What did you do differently?
Instead of grabbing my own hand and choking you like by pulling my other arm up, I just grab your shoulder, put my other hand on it, and use it as leverage.
Oh, wow. So you put your hand
I didn't see
down
what
as
you did.
leverage and just push it.
Yeah, I didn't see what you did.
Okay, yeah. Is that the fastest
Jimmy,
thing anyone's ever tapped?
hold on,
bad.
Jimmy,
That might
get
have
your
been
head
the
this way.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to not be in camera range. I was just strangled.
Well, if our friends get me strangled, we want to see
I
it.
know that, but how about this? You hook up the fucking camera angles before I actually get choked. You don't wait till somebody's choked and then go, oh, wait, we got to redo that. The editing won't be...
One for safety.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah,
Okay, look at where
we'll
he puts
see
his
this.
hand.
This one
Look at
scares me.
that.
Oh, God.
He didn't even like.
Yes, he did. that one I felt more on the left side. You did it on the other side,
that's
right?
hilarious.
Yeah.
You really fucking feel that.
No shit.
I've never been. I saw Liddell punch Jason. Who'd he punch? Jason something really hard, which I would never want.
Yeah,
I would never
no.
want to be punched really hard. But I would take a little one on the. I've never taken one on the arm. I would take a little one, but not a very hard one.
Yeah.
Would you give me a little one on the arm? Not too hard.
shot?
Yeah, but nothing. Believe me, I don't want to take a fucking hard shot. But I feel like I should take just something.
Frankie.
Yeah, like just something
Frankie,
that I'll feel.
give him.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's good.
That's going to hurt.
Let me take one on the left side. All right, go ahead.
Wow.
You can do harder. A little harder?
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, that was hard.
Yeah, that one went.
Yeah.
That one went. You can see him. That one moved you a little.
Yeah, that one moved me a little bit. You took it easy on me the first time. By the way, the one on the right side hurt. That's why I switched on. But it's amazing to me that if I took that in the face, I'd be on the floor.
Oh,
I'd be out.
God,
It's amazing
God,
that guys
God.
take that and volunteer
And
for
that's
that.
like percentage-wise. What would you say that was?
Oh,
Like
10?
Not even
Not
measurable.
even?
15.
Were you trying to hit Maynard
15?
harder than that?
A little bit harder.
yeah, a tad.
All right, I guess he has to go to do
That's
ESPN.
hilarious.
Frankie, man, great.
Thanks so
great
much.
job,
Had a
man.
great time.
Great, absolutely.
Did you sign my glove?
For sure.